have daughters.
Yeah, well,
what is happening around
children,
here?
daughters, wives,
Yes.
friends, parents, everything. The
No
whole
doubt.
thing. There's a lot going on.
Luka!
All right, let's
I
talk
haven't been
about
this
that.
excited in a long time, bro. This is going to get me to training camp. No offense. You know the dog days of baseball when you.
Oh no,
Right.
You don't have to tell me. I'm with you.
This Luka Laker excitement. It's first of all, it's natural and it's normal.
It is.
It's just I haven't felt this way in a while.
No.
And this will get me to training camp.
Yes.
This will get me through the off season. I'm so happy right now.
Let me just preface this by saying I know I've said this before, and I know people are going to get tired of hearing this, and I know it's going to be like, Trav, you said this, but I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to keep saying it. If you were listing the things to be excited about with Luka Doncic coming to Los Angeles, him being a great player is number 2. That's second on the list.
Yeah.
What he brings as a basketball player is second on the list. What is number 1 with a bullet is the excitement, the rejuvenation, the hope, the anticipation that he has brought to a team that has been stale, boring. Predictable.
Yeah.
Not very good, not very bad, just stuck in the middle for the better part of a half a decade. And all of a sudden, that is gone. DeMarco, yesterday, I was looking forward to that game all day long. I watched I watched this Spectrum pregame show, a good chunk of it, a good half an hour. I just don't see that very often.
Yeah.
I watched the entire ESPN broadcast. When the game ended, I watched the ESPN SportsCenter breakdown of the whole thing.
Isn't that normal?
It is exciting and new because it's not just a let's throw one more Hail Mary pass that's not going to work. It is entirely new, fresh, exciting, and it's because there's a future.
You know, he's entertaining to watch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's the Lakers are entertaining now. I love Austin Reeves doing his thing. I love Jackson Hayes getting dunks. I'm not ready to be done with him yet. There is a Luke Longley type run that you can have with him. He's good enough.
Look, I want to talk about him today. I don't disagree with what you're saying.
Run the floor, jump, dunk. That's it. These two guys will find you.
The only worry I have, his contributions offensively, I think you saw it last night. One of the first plays, Luka lobbed to him, and it looked great.
That should be your game plan. Yes.
I need stuff from him on the other end, and we'll see what that
We'll
looks
work
like.
with that.
We'll work. I'm with you. He is not without value, but is he valuable enough at the beginning as your starter to be? The Lakers are not going to struggle to get buckets. They're not. They're going to score points. They got Luka, LeBron,
guys,
and Austin Reeves can get you buckets.
No
you
doubt.
got guys that are going to get the ball in the basket. The other end is the part that goes, okay, this is a work in progress.
But who are you really going to stop without having somebody to stop them?
Yeah.
So it is what it is. You're going to win or lose on that side, on the offensive side.
But they've been doing it without Anthony Davis for over a week now with good defensive strategy from J.J. Redick.
They're the number 1 ranked defensive efficiency team in the league over the last 2 weeks. Go figure.
Nuts, right?
Without Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis, and without, a shorthanded roster because you're waiting for these guys to come in. You were out Reddish and Knecht for a while because you thought you were like
against good teams.
They were short, and they've been playing great defense.
If you're Dalton Knecht, how are you taking this whole thing right now? Because
can I be honest?
This is the funniest thing that's been going around the ex-NBA pods.
Yeah.
They're talking about him and how they would react to being traded and then rescinded.
It would be really, really difficult.
A lot of them said it would be a problem.
It might be, and we'll see.
Yeah.
The good news is he was – how do I say this without just being super rude?
If it were
He's not important enough to be a problem.
But,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like if you want to get real squeaky, that's not in your best interest.
But they're going to have to use him.
No, I get it. I'm not saying that he's the
Yeah.
last guy on the roster. What I'm saying is you got to know your place in the hierarchy of the team.
Is it like Tutu Atwell being traded and having to come back?
Well, okay, I was going to say, like the Mean Girls. Let's take that example for a minute. So the Mean Girls are mean to you, and then they're mean to you for a year and a half. And then finally they let you in the club.
Accept you.
Right. Do you just forget everything they did? Now that I'm accepted, I'm on this side of the wall now.
A lot of times that's how it goes. Maybe you never completely forget, but you go along to get along.
Are the Mean Girls paying you?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's social status.
And
it's
if
money,
you came in with an attitude and they said, look, we can put you back over there if you want. And
what are you going to be mad and miss?
If this were like, I'll go back to, remember when the Lakers tried to trade Lamar Odom and he just did not respond well to it at all. Lamar Odom was vitally important to what the Lakers were doing. This player, Dalton Knecht, isn't quite at that level. He's at a level further down. He's a role player among role players. So if he wants to get in his feelings, okay. I'm not saying it would be easy.
And you just drafted me.
Right. I'm not saying it would be easy. I would be like, dude, am I coming or going? Like, do you like me or do you not like? It would be weird, but to Emily's point, it's like they're paying me. This is a business. This is where I work. For now. This came off the bird, and I love these things. Like you said, you're watching pregame, postgame show. Yeah.
I love like Laker Twitter. It's fun. So part of the rumor was the reason Knecht got traded was because he refused to pass to Bronny. And if you go back, wait, it's funny, right? But there's a great argument. I know it's conspiracy, but you go down the rabbit hole. 4-year college student, 4-year college player, worked his butt off to get here. Passing to a kid who got here because dad said so. I can see how that would make you mad, right? How am I going to pass it to you?
I have heard crazier theories about
I thought
things.
That was funny. Yeah,
it tracks. But
But how many minutes was that affected by?
They had actual plays to back it up.
No, what it could be could be things like practice and things like that aren't actually in. I don't know. And quite frankly, with all due respect to both of those individuals, I don't give a damn. Well, they're not important to what it is they're trying to go do.
Lakers, I'm just trying to put Travis in that situation. How would you react?
Poorly. Look, I make no bones about this. I'm about Travis, okay? Like I am, and I think that in a weird way, that's an honest way to do it. Like I'm not here to pretend that I don't have.
So they traded you, and then it rescinded. Now you're coming back. How is Travis reacting in that locker room?
I am bitching to you when I come home.
Oh my God!
But I'm you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show up at work every day and do it. Look, I've gotten bad news at work before.
Yeah.
I've been put in situations that I didn't love before.
I'd be trying to stick it up your nose.
And guess what? I'm still here. I've still been in other places. You got to be pretty damn important to be a squeaky wheel.
Either way,
I'm not.
It's good.
Yep. I go to work.
Either way, it's good for us.
Yeah.
Because there's only one way for him to react.
Quite frankly, that's priority number 482 on the list of Lakers
But it's
stuff.
going to help if you're going to make a run.
Look, if he makes some shots,
everybody's
great.
involved.
But they are doing some things that I did not think that they could do, and we'll get into that coming up in just a little bit. A reminder that the PGA Tour is heading back to Torrey Pines for the 2025 Genesis Invitational. That, of course, is the event that is typically held here in L.A. at Riviera, but because of the fires, it has been moved to Torrey Pines. You're going to want to listen to our show, the Trav and DeMarco Show, today through Friday, and when you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7 at 877-710-ESPN to win 1 4-pack of general admission tickets to the Genesis Invitational. Among others, here's the field: Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, Colin Morikawa in a signature event. That is a big, big deal. So get your tickets today at genesisinvitational.com. More Lakers when we come up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The Luka era is on for the purple and gold, and the NBA has never seen anything like this.
Rebound, Luka. Length of the court pass, LeBron. Lay it up and in.
Luka and LeBron, two of the greatest, are now together, and it's looking unstoppable.
I can't believe that we just had an assist, LeBron James to Luka Doncic, and it wasn't in the All-Star game.
Yeah. Catch the dynamic duo as they dominate and make history in real time, right here on the home of Luka, LeBron, and the Lakers. 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Hey, LA, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
You have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-777-1225. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-777-1225. That's 800-777-1225 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-777-1225. 800-777-1225.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
I got a quick question for you about the Super Bowl. Not done. If Mahomes was concussed, would you want to know?
Like during the game, you mean?
Yeah, if he got hurt early.
Would I want to know during the game or like afterwards?
Would you want to know now? The game is over. Philadelphia is dominant.
It would offer some. It would be informative, I guess, is what I'm getting at. It would explain why he looked as bad as he did.
It would help.
It
would help kind of understand.
It doesn't
what we
change
saw.
a thing about the result. It doesn't change a thing that the Eagles looked as good as they did. But it wasn't just a bad game for him. It was a really bad game.
Really
for him.
bad game. I just listening to the questions. I think Mason said, "Where were the screens?" So I went back and looked for fun. They tried.
Yeah.
Cooper DeJean was everywhere.
Yeah.
So they were really taking that stuff away and forcing him to hold the football a lot, and the pressure got to him. So they were trying to run their offense, and then it just got away, and then there was no game plan. Now we're just playing backyard football, trying to get points.
Do you think he was concussed?
Okay, so the play it question was like the first third down scramble of the game for him when he's running around.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear the Benny Hill music on the background.
That's called yakety sax.
Yakety sax. And he gets hogtied by the legs as he's rolling right, and his head snaps and his head hits the deck hard.
Okay.
So they said this might be the one that scrambled him some. But if he was concussed, I hope it never comes out.
Why?
Because I don't think he needs the excuse.
I don't think
that's it. Move on.
See, I think there's a difference between an excuse and an explanation.
Yeah.
An excuse is, my stomach hurt. I didn't get a good night's sleep the night before.
Yeah.
They didn't have the breakfast that I like. Those are excuses. An explanation is, hey, why does the greatest quarterback of all time look like crap? Because he can't see straight. That's an explanation, not an excuse.
I would say, if you asked me that before, it's not a deep dive, but I would say because Philly's D-line was killing him.
Yeah.
But it could be because the first hit rattled the guy.
Both things could be true at the same time.
And if he went out there and he was concussed and kept playing, that's a whole other issue.
Well.
Right. He's not coming out of that game, right?
Of course he's
That's
not.
what I'm saying. I don't want to know.
He's not. And I don't think the NFL wants him out of the game. I don't think anybody wants him out of the game.
That's what I'm saying. If he's concussed, I don't want to know, and you probably never will.
No. No. Look, they got run over.
Yeah, smashed.
This was an easy game to kind of go, okay.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like there was no, well, if they only would have blank, or if they just tried this or that, it's like they got run over.
Oh, Emily, you and your friends still talking about the halftime show? Because people are still asking me and going, are you still into it? Deciphering it? Anybody?
No, I know it's been all over my Instagram stories, I've been. I think that Kendrick Lamar is someone who is rife for the Easter eggs, and someone who puts a lot of work into it.
There's Easter eggs in that whole thing.
Yes, I know that, and I'm not interested. And not that it's not interesting to other people, and that's fine. To me, that rap beefs are completely.
But it's not necessarily rap beefs. It's about like the
whatever it is. Like that.
Yeah.
If it were, and I'm making a joke here, but if it were like Easter eggs about baseball cards, you have my attention.
Sure.
It's just like that genre of topic is not.
But
interesting.
I'm answering DeMarco's question, which is it is interesting to some people, and it's interesting to me to find out the Easter eggs in his music, Easter eggs in his performance, and it's. I like Kendrick a lot. I'm a fan of Kendrick, so going into it, I was excited about it.
I want a pair of those jeans.
The bell bottoms.
I want the bell bottoms.
The Celine bell bottoms.
They talked me into it. I want to go back to that. That was cut.
The bell would have to be rather large. Because
you'd also have to have a lot.
The butt?
Yes.
I got you. I know. That was the problem the first time.
See, here's the thing that makes bell bottoms work. The top needs to be narrow. And then as we get closer to the bottom, the bell shape comes out, making the bell bottom.
Yes.
And you're going to need a little bit of a larger size because
Yes.
Kendrick is a small little
You
guy.
have a bell top.
There you go.
You know what you need to do
What?
is walk on your hands. That way
That
you
would even it out. I got you. See, I'd shop in the Big Ben section of it. But it's just to finish this off real quick. It's interesting the Easter eggs that are in that thing because I'm like, wow, I didn't see that. Wow, I didn't
It's
see
there
that.
if you want to find it.
But it's interesting. No diss to people that are interested in finding out that stuff because there was a lot in there.
So the board, what he performed on, were all PlayStation modules.
Yeah.
So it's a circle, a cross,
X, a triangle,
and it's because his life is a video game. Game over at the end that he's doing that. Obviously there's the homages to the United States and that the staging of the choreography was like the only people in the inner circle survive and everyone else is dead at the same.
I'm like, whoa, all that. There was a rapper that had. Do you guys know who Willie D is from the Ghetto Boys?
I don't.
Okay, so he's our age, maybe even older. So he's back in the golden age, and he speaks on Twitter, has a podcast. But he said it's like these. We have TikTok brain. If you gave a caveman an iPhone, it wouldn't matter. He'd still use it as a rock. Some people just need the flares and the whistles and stuff, and you miss the art that was in it. So I'm like, whoa, let me go back and watch that again because I missed that too.
Well,
that was dope.
every Kendrick video is like that. Every Kendrick video has all these intricate details that if you want to look at them, they're there. Or if you just want to see the video, you can just see the video.
Yeah, it was dope. I'm sorry. Laura's trying to do something, Tooth.
So I got a lot of heat because I love the performance because people wanted that, the bells and the whistles. But you had to understand what he was doing to really appreciate what he was doing.
There's also bells and whistles.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on. It was just a lot.
Other people, it wasn't a Shakira, J-Lo.
I like that better.
Well, there was still the dancing. What did Shakira and J-Lo have? They were just dancing.
Shakira and J-Lo is what
exactly.
they had.
They had plenty of dancers.
That is a more Travis-friendly piece of entertainment.
Yes. Funny.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Not the hijack.
Give me Prince. Give me Shakira and J-Lo. That's fine. And by the way, Kendrick Lamar, great. I didn't dislike it, but I didn't need to read it like the Rosetta Stone the next day. I don't just...
He's a Pulitzer Prize winning hip hop artist, and so there's
Is it
place
Pulitzer
to
or Pulitzer?
Pulitzer.
It's Pulitzer.
Yeah.
Is it Heisman or Heisman?
Heisman.
I've never heard anybody call it a Pulitzer. I've always heard Pulitzer.
Pulitzer, Heisman, and Heisman. I was correct.
Thiesman.
Thiesman
doesn't rhyme with Heisman. I asked Joe that one time. He's like, "Yep." Yeah,
wow.
He was Joe Thiesman until he was trying to win the Heisman Trophy, and then it was Joe.
That's kind of easy. Yes, I am so geeked. You're happy about the Lakers. I really am.
I'm not just happy about the Lakers. I'm
entertained.
I'm entertained and excited and forward thinking. And I can't say it enough. The Lakers were so stale. They were boring to watch.
Yeah.
They were
like
just
drilling for oil.
They were just kind of sort of they weren't even bad enough to be like, hey, maybe we'll get a top pick. They weren't good enough to where you ever thought, you know what, they could actually go on a run and do something exciting here. This team could go to the finals. This team, if everything breaks just kind of right, maybe even might win a championship. I don't think it's likely, but it's not crazy. The future for this team is wildly bright.
Yeah.
Where before there was no future beyond today. And all of a sudden, you saw it last night with Luka, that all of the great stuff about Luka was on display last night. Clearly he was rusty. Clearly his shot wasn't falling, but there were flashes of, oh my goodness. Him and LeBron together, the way he can pass, the way he sees the floor, the joy that he plays with. He plays with he's wildly competitive, but it's exciting to watch. And LeBron, you could tell, was energized by it.
You can tell he's
the
having
entire
fun.
Laker building. The buzz in Staples Center or Crypto.com last night was palpable through the TV. Like, you could feel the energy leading up to it. It had like a playoff sort of atmosphere to it. It was so different than what we've seen with this Laker team over the last few years. I don't know how anybody couldn't be thrilled about it.
LeBron knew.
He knew about the trade.
He knew.
What makes you say so?
I'm watching them on the floor and how much fun they're having. You're having way too much fun too soon not to know this was coming.
Okay,
they're playing with a joy now.
They are.
Even before, I guess you were, but that's just
you
knew you had to.
I don't know. You could talk me into him knowing because here's the case for him knowing.
I think he can't know because he likes AD. He loves AD.
I think
so.
That's
LeBron can't know.
But no,
he knew.
No. See, the case that he knows is. You can tell him because the AD part, I get it. Luka's so much better than AD that LeBron's not going to stand in the way of that.
But AD doesn't know that. Remember what AD said?
But who cares what AD thinks?
I know, but LeBron's got to maintain that image. Like, I agree with you, AD. I don't believe him at all. But I believe you.
That's one of those.
Right.
I love that. Luka's so much better than AD. We have to do this.
We should go to the All-Star game and put LeBron on the spot. Who's better?
That's the case for him knowing and not saying anything because he doesn't want to foul the deal.
Yeah.
I don't think he did. I still believe the story that they've told that it was a closed circle of ownership and Rob and Nico Harrison. I believe that. Now, you could convince me that you have to loop LeBron in because he's LeBron. That's fine.
If you factor in the Danny Ainge of all this, like he didn't know, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
I don't. If Danny Ainge knew he was clearing the decks to get that done, he probably it gets out somehow because he wants to make sure that the Lakers aren't any good, and he wants to make sure that the price is the price, and the Lakers got this, pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
So but he probably knew they were clearing the decks for something, but I don't know if anybody knew they were clearing the decks for this. Here's why I don't think he knew, and they could still look the way that they did last night. I'll tell you coming up next. No. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
I hate when you do that.
I'm pretty good at that, right? Prize Picks. This is also pretty good. Put the Prize Picks app on your phone. It's the best place to win real money watching your favorite sports. There are 10 million members, which means it's awesome. It's fun. Billions of dollars in awarded winnings as well, which means you've got a great chance as well. In fact, you pick more or less on at least 2 players, and you got a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash on Prize Picks. And with All-Star Weekend just about here, Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while watching your favorite players during the game and the Saturday night events like the 3-point contest. So you can have a good time watching all of those events as well. Prize Picks on your phone. Put the app. When you're signing up, use the code TRAV, and you're going to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup with Prize Picks. Don't forget that code TRAV, T-R-A-V. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Luka Doncic is a Laker. He was in the house. Number 77 shirts all around the building. All the celebrities were there. Luka and LeBron, the next star pairing for your Los Angeles Lakers. It is here.
Yeah, baby.
And we will be reacting to all of it after their first game on Sedano and Cap at 3 o'clock here on 710 ESPN.
Ticket Thursday alert. Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, Billy Strings, and Sierra Hall all live at the Hollywood Bowl for the Outlaw Music Festival on May 16th. Tickets are on sale now, but you can win yours right here. This Ticket Thursday on ESPN LA, we're hooking up listeners with 4 pairs of tickets to see these legendary artists take the stage. Tune in Thursday for your cue to call and win. The Outlaw Music Festival, May 16th. Willie, Dylan, Billy Strings, Sierra Hall. Presented by Live Nation. Don't miss it.
Hey, it's Mace. All right, let's tackle the age-old question. What do I get her for Valentine's Day? I got the answer. Send foolproof flowers from the Books Company, and wow, your Valentine. Get 25% off your entire purchase. Books makes it simple. Choose the Quickie Book. With the click of a button, get their best-selling bouquet right on time for Valentine's Day. It's the Quickie she'll brag about for weeks. Or pick from their collection of unique modern designs or go to their flower subscription, the number #1 husband life hack and be the hero every month. You can't go wrong. Books, not just flowers. They're flowers that are cut fresh where they grow the best, so you get bigger, brighter blooms that last longer. She will be blown away by how stunning they are. Valentine's Day, February 14th, right after the big game, so don't fumble the flowers. Get your order in now. Go to Books.com, use my promo code ESPN for 25% off. That's BOUQS.com, promo code ESPN. Books, promo code ESPN.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
If we did, you'd be depressed earlier. Did that just get out over the air?
No, you're good. You're good.
We're talking about 24-hour news cycles. We didn't have that growing up. Now we do.
I think you did. You had cable news.
Not
really. No, not 24
Started
hours.
in the 80s.
We
grew up in the 70s.
Yes, we depended
on when
newspapers.
when did you become conscious?
What does that mean?
Like when do you remember things happening?
Middle school?
4 or 5.
Yeah. So that was like 74?
No, I mean, like, I remember when CNN first kind of like, well, what is this? We were in middle school. We were, it was,
I was there.
Now
when you're 12,
you can't get away from news
CNN.
now. Yes,
we didn't have cable until I was like 16 years old. We had over-the-air TV.
I remember that. Yes,
the rabbit
ears.
Do you remember when it came to your street? Like when all of a sudden you were able to get it?
Yes.
Yeah.
We got it. Across the street couldn't get it.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
they would go
so
like it
funny.
literally went block to block, side to side, where they had to lay the cable.
My neighbors across the street couldn't get MTV, so they'd come over to my house to watch it.
Exactly. And then and it was expensive.
Yes.
And so we were not the first family to get it. We were towards the back half of it, and you'd go to a friend's house for a sleepover, like, oh my God, they got cable.
Yes.
You could watch MTV.
Got him in trouble because of a Prince video. When doves cry.
Oh, yeah.
This is filth.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Beto
my gosh,
Duran
Beto.
in the house.
This is filth.
You usually
What
come
is
in
happening?
at night. You're usually working nights. What's up with you?
Luka makes you come in.
There you go.
I'll say.
What'd you see?
I saw you. Wait, hold on. Which one? My microphone. This one?
That's it. The red one.
I saw you on Luka's Twitter.
The hype video.
Oh, my
goodness.
man. You talk about celebrity. Oh, Luka.
That was awesome.
That's pretty thin slice, like we were talking about.
Thin slice.
This was a Luka hype video, but it was put out by Luka. It's
Luka put that out.
It's Luka's official hype
He
video.
liked the chant then.
Yeah.
There's only one.
Yeah, it was you and like 3 little girls.
Yeah,
like your
my daughter and her 2
friends.
basketball friends.
Like a lot of people got in there. Like so, Luka's. Oh, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Hi, Beto.
Buenos dias. All that
Buenos
good stuff.
dias.
I am. I should have told you I was crashing the show.
No, you're fine.
But no, Luka's social media team is doing fantastic work, man. First of all, he donates $500,000 for the fire relief. He's going to build parks. He's going to build fields to help out kids who don't have that anymore in the areas.
Great
but
stuff,
also the social media team has been on fire. It's just his with a basic introduction and then goes and gets the people in LA, like DeMarco. I don't know how they found these people, but like a couple of friends of mine that are comedians that had posted about it were in there. Mike Guardabasio from 562 Sports, his kid's in there. So there's so many different people that are in there. You're like, so I had to go back and watch just a couple of times. Like, is that DeMarco?
Yeah,
because wait, hold on, DeMarco talking Lakers? What?
Oh my God, it was so much fun.
But no, DeMarco talking Luka.
Yeah. And by the way, that's it. That's the difference. And excuse me, it's a little hypocritical because my criticism for the Lakers over the last several years has been that it is so driven to satisfy the end of one guy's career that every decision they've made over the last few years have been, what does it do for LeBron? What does it do for LeBron?
Yeah.
Like literally from the second he got here, it's
And it should be.
And it should be. I get it. But it hit that point where it's like, guys, there might not be a happy ending to this. You're going to have to start thinking about what's coming next, and they never did. And now the what's coming next is Luka, but the end of the Luka thing is so far off in the distance that you can think about all of the different things that he does, and it doesn't feel as singular as it did with LeBron.
I would be super happy. I would. I'm over the moon right now. Obviously, I'm going crazy about this. But this one thing that gives me pause is he hasn't signed the extension yet. That's the,
don't worry about that.
Don't worry.
It was 24 minutes, bro.
I'm going to worry about it until.
Look, old guy, calm down. Enjoy the moment.
This is getting fun. Yeah,
I
want this to last. Like you said, this is a 10-year deal.
It will.
DeMarco.
I hope so.
You know this.
It will.
You played in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Cool. Great. You're a champion in St. Louis.
Yeah.
But you're a way better champion as an LA Ram. Because when you're an LA person and you win the title in LA, you have an entire. Look at Puka. If Puka was in Arizona, you think Puka's doing what he's doing right now?
No.
But Puka last night had the Doncic meet. As in, he's a guy.
Puka's a guy in the NFL. Here he's a star.
Anything you do in LA.
If he were in Tennessee, you might know his name.
Okay, see, this is where we threw it too far over. If Puka sets a rookie record, he's going to be a star no matter where
No,
he
he's
is.
not.
No.
Oh, come on, guys. Really?
Okay,
really?
go play in Atlanta. Go play in Tennessee.
If he did what he did for anybody, he's going to be a star. You don't know his name.
He'd be a good player on a team that we don't pay much attention to. But because he's on a really good team, he's in a really big city with a megastar coach, with megastars like Aaron Donald and Matthew Stafford. He's surrounded in a galaxy. Stop what? Telling the truth?
No, that's crazy.
LA changes. Anyways, let's go back to the Luka part.
The guy set a freaking record.
The Luka part. Yeah, it's.
Who had it before him?
Don't
Exactly.
remember.
Right.
Yeah.
But what does that mean?
That means you didn't know who it was. That means none of us knew who it was. That we know who it is because he's here.
So, DeMarco, let me tell you this. When you play for LA, right, it's different. When you play for the Lakers, a legacy brand, it's different. Dallas is cool.
He's not going anywhere.
Dallas is cool. But if you win in LA, look, they even have the AI, the Hollywood sign with the 77 and the L's.
Yeah.
Everything is built around him. And this is going to be his team. Heck, it already is his team.
It already is. It happened now. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
And LeBron's good with it.
We're one game into it.
No, it already is. The second the deal got done, it was over.
Were you this excited about Anthony Davis ever?
That's exactly right.
No.
Were you staying up late?
No.
Mister, go to sleep at 8 o'clock. Were you up late watching AD?
Wait, hold on.
No.
Slow down.
No, you slow down.
Slow down.
LeBron James has been here for a long time.
Has he signed an extension yet?
No.
What's going to happen?
Don't get preoccupied with that.
Is he... No, I am. Is he guaranteed to be here for 10 years?
Where is he going to go? Where else?
Is he guaranteed to be here for 10 years?
DeMarco, we could all get hit by a meteor tomorrow. There are no guarantees in any of this
that means
stuff.
no.
Enjoy today, bro.
I am enjoying today.
No,
Obviously,
you're not.
I am.
See, that's what happens when you're in NFL and there's no guaranteed contracts.
I don't understand.
Dude,
what's the holdup?
stop.
What's the holdup?
I said the only thing that keeps me from being completely ecstatic about this is he hasn't signed the extension yet.
Now I get the frustration from people.
If we fast forward a year from now,
you're about ready to catch an ass whooping.
Hold on. Why would you be mad about it?
You're about ready to catch an ass whooping.
Fast forward a year from now, if he still hasn't, then it's like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
But he's played one game.
What are you talking about? What are you trying to say?
He's not going anywhere.
How do you know that? Are you clairvoyant?
Hold on.
You dumped that.
Yeah, we did.
Are you clairvoyant?
Where else is he going to go in the NBA where he can become?
Who knows? Are you Luka Doncic?
No, but in the NBA,
do you speak for the man?
The way that
let me tell you this.
works,
Yesterday,
do you
90%
speak
of the
for him?
time.
Yes or no?
DeMarco.
Hold on a minute. Do you speak for him? Yes or no?
Here's what happens.
So how do you know what he's going to do in the future?
Because you look at the way the NBA is structured.
Yes.
You look at the way the NBA money is available.
Yes.
You look where he can make the most money. It's with the Lakers. Because
do you know that's what drives him?
Yeah, it's going to be.
How do you know?
Because 98% of these guys.
Because the Mavs.
How do you know that?
Because the Mavs took away $100 million from him.
I'm sick of this dude.
The Mavs took $100 million.
You don't know what he's going to do.
Let's have a conversation about this.
You don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah, you do.
I do know what it's like to play in LA because I did.
Yes.
Here.
Yes.
So don't question my thoughts on LA.
No.
Don't question my thoughts on liking the Lakers. Beto.
I didn't question your like for the Lakers. I'm saying
that's the last time.
DeMarco.
Hold on. That is the last time, Beto. You got me?
I got you.
Thank you. Resume.
What we're talking about is the overwhelming likelihood that he's going to be here.
This dude,
is it possible? Of course, anything is possible, but it's exceptionally likely that he is here for the foreseeable future, being 5 years, 8 years, 10 years. It's the
you don't know. He don't know.
We don't know.
Nobody
but
knows.
If we're betting,
all we know.
If we're betting,
there was guys that flew in from Spain just for him.
Why are you in here?
Because his Clinton
hold
friends.
on. Why are you in here? Are you worried about him or me?
He's looking for friends.
Are you worried about me or him?
I'm not worried about anything.
Thank you very much. Do you know what Luka's going to do in the future?
Okay, so hold on.
Do you know?
Hold on. I'm saying I think that there's a reason why the Lakers will be on what is effectively their best behavior as a franchise for the next season. Because I do think the threat is
their best
real.
behavior for what? Why?
To make sure that there's no possible reason, not one in a million chance, that he says, hey, it might be better over there.
The threat is real in the sense of why he left
his
previous
threat being that he could
team.
leave?
Because of why he left his previous team. Think about it this way.
They got rid of him.
That's what I'm saying. He
didn't want to leave.
Well, the reason why he left, though, the reason why they were willing to deal him beyond just the conditioning stuff was there was a thought that he might not re-sign with them
because they weren't treating him right.
I understand that.
His strength and conditioning guy, that his own personal guy, they got rid of in the offseason.
What I'm saying
and
is
who was there at the press conference?
Well,
with
hold
the
on
Lakers?
a second. I think you're presupposing something that I don't know is true, which is they got rid of him for something that we are quasi-aware of, whether it's conditioning, whether he wouldn't sign the extension, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I still think, and this is just me guessing here, there's something that they assumed was, we got to get this guy out of here. I don't know what that could be. It could just be he's business. Impossible to live. Is it business? One of the various conspiracy theories that have been floated out there. But this idea that he wasn't going to sign, it's $150 extra million. He wasn't going to not sign it. He could have signed it and left the next day.
I do agree that there is a world in which things could align, in which Luka says, this is not what I want to do, or at the very least tests free agency. And that alone, I do think would be an interesting look.
Now it's okay?
No, hold on.
Because he said it.
No.
It's not. If they're testing free agency, the point is
he would have stayed in Denver.
Free agency.
If he would have stayed in Dallas.
The Supermax guys, you're missing that point. It's $100 extra million to stay with Dallas.
There. Now I look like Clinton. now when I say it, when I say the exact same thing,
no. You didn't say the same thing. He said
is,
this out of the
Dallas
side.
I guess this is non-threatening.
On the Dallas side.
The Dallas side of it, the $100 extra million.
Also, but
where he leaves is I signed the Supermax. Oh, by the way, I hate it here.
I'm not as far along as you guys are. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that he stays in Los Angeles. And more importantly, because of the way the rest of the timing has added up to the development of the team, a point I was making on Clinton and friends this morning. I think that you have to get this right because there are so many things that you dealt the guy that LeBron wanted, the guy that was supposed to be the heir apparent to whatever that sort of star legacy was. It had run its course. Don't get me wrong. But if let's just say LeBron retires. Like, let's just say that happens. And then all of a sudden you're in a situation where Luka's like, well, if this hasn't turned into something, and let's just say they don't make a playoff run.
Gone.
It's not out of the question, is what I'm saying. And that's why I think this is ultimately, let me finish, a great thing for the franchise because you have to show what you're actually about.
It's a great opportunity.
What you're actually going to do to make sure that a guy who is worth it does not walk out of the building.
You have an opportunity to keep him.
This is where the Lakers need to shine as a franchise in what they're doing.
I agree.
What I'm saying.
And
that's
the
what
Lakers
I'm saying.
are good at going above
They're
and beyond
excellent at this.
to treat superstars
This is what they do well.
Dalton Knecht, hey, kick rocks. Hey, you want to come back? Cool. You don't want to play tonight? Cool.
Right.
But superstars, they always treat
This is what they do best.
Kobe
Lakers.
got the golden
Now's
handshake
the time
at the end, right?
to kick that into gear.
LeBron has gotten it and continues to get it, and they will take care of him as long as he would like to stay. He will stay that long.
Sure. And LeBron looks fresh right now,
and he looks completely rejuvenated. He looks like he has totally found a. And we can get into this after the far side as well, because there is a lane for him that's available to him that has never been available before. And this is a lane that could what has already been the longest, most successful career ever.
You mean sit in the passenger side?
Yeah.
Drive.
Yeah.
Best friend trying to holler at
Put your feet up and listen to Biggie.
Let me know when you need my help. I'll be right here. Until then, go ahead and
I'll
do
be a
your
scrub
thing.
on the side. Let's
go. And that is something that, if we're talking this the last year, maybe one more after that. Now it's like, I don't know what it looks like.
He played defense since during the first quarter.
He's been like he's gotten a B12 shot for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, is that what
he
we're
has
calling
been
it now?
flying. That you can get it at the drugstore.
Stop.
You can get it at the drugstore.
This isn't Germany.
I said B12.
Baseball season's around the
I
corner,
said
boys.
B2.
All
They
right.
don't
Look
have
at
2
you.
coffee pots in the NBA.
No
That's
Greenies,
not a
no
thing.
Greenies.
That's a
Greeny
joke.
doesn't have a show anymore, right?
The
That's a
Far
joke.
Side's coming up next. It's Travis
We just
DeMarco,
had it.
710 ESPN. All right, let's talk about Next Gen. Hey, pipe down, all of you. I have Next Gen to talk about. 833-3-NEXT-GEN. 833-3-NEXGEN. And right now, you can protect your home and loved ones with cleaner, safer air while enjoying top-notch heating and cooling. We're talking lifetime warranties, financing options, 5-star service, same or next day availability, and they're offering ESPN LA listeners a special deal to help you enjoy cleaner, safer air all year long. For a limited time, LA homeowners can get a whole home air purifier for $1,250 value for free with any heating or AC installation. So they are going to make sure that your home is running at its best, its most efficient, its cleanest. Give NextGen a call. 833-3-NEXTGen. Call them today to start breathing cleaner, safer air tomorrow. That's NextGen. 833-3-NEXGEN or nextgenairandplumbing.com.
When it comes to the NBA, Lakers and Luka, Sedano is all over.
Luka, lots of anticipation and fanfare for your debut here with the Lakers. How did it feel to play in a Laker uniform?
Special, man. The way they received me, everybody, teammates, front office, everybody here. I heard a lot of noise when I was introduced, so I really appreciate it. It was a special moment.
The home of the Lakers, Luka and Sedano and Cap is 710 ESPN.
This February, the Genesis Invitational heads to Torrey Pines in San Diego. Be there when moments become legendary. The roars echo through the trees, and champions rise. The Genesis Invitational welcomes the world's best golfers, including Scottie Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa, and more to Torrey Pines February 13th through 16th for the Genesis Invitational. This is where legends are made. Get your tickets today at genesisinvitational.com.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text TAP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text TAP to 321-321. That's TAP to 321-321.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas you've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
go.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
Dang it. Free Torrey Holt, dang it. Put that man in the Hall of Fame. That's not what I want to talk about, though. Let's keep going with this. Why are you shocked that I like the Lakers?
I didn't say that.
Why is it? No. This is the far side. Let's get into this. Why is everybody shocked when I like talk about basketball?
I'm not.
You guys think I'm like a meathead football dude or what?
No.
Did I miss something? Who said
Yeah,
that?
him.
No, I said you stay up.
Him.
You stay up in the
AK.
second half now.
Who else? They all trip when when I talk about anything outside of the Rams.
No,
I don't think.
No, I think that's
not
just
how
you.
I feel.
That's the vibe I get. Am I wrong? Where's Emily? Check in.
I'm right here.
Am I wrong?
I don't think
lie.
anyone's shocked about you being interested in the
Yeah.
NBA. You are on not film Twitter, NBA Twitter, so I see
Yeah,
that.
your conspiracy.
I'm on
Twitter.
NBA Twitter.
Yeah,
you're
you're
because
talking
of the
about
Luka thing.
Yeah, you're talking about Lakers Twitter. Bring up Lakers
Oh.
Twitter conspiracy theories, which is
Okay.
very Lakers Twitter-esque, which I
Yeah.
think means you're interested in basketball.
We all know you're
Clinton,
a Laker
am
fan.
I tripping, man? You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I tripping? Are you
Yes.
sure? I don't think so.
100%.
I'm just
I don't
surprised
think
you
so.
stayed up in the second
I'm
half.
in my skin.
That's
I
the
know
part.
what I feel. I do.
That doesn't mean you ain't tripping. But did you watch the second half of the game yesterday?
Of course I did.
What'd you think of it?
Luka and LeBron not playing or what? Which part?
I mean, what do you think about the guys that are on the team not named either one of those two?
We were just talking.
You
man.
know what?
Yeah.
Honestly, other than Austin Reeves and maybe why am I blanking on the center? The Hayes.
Yeah.
That, who cares?
I mean,
No,
you need to care.
think
You need to
I
care.
care.
You can't be
but,
top heavy.
But what
with
I'm
guys.
saying is, they are gonna be.
But
they're
you're
gonna be
gonna need
super,
help.
I understand. Help ain't coming. We're past the deadline.
There-
This is what
there's
it
a
is.
buyout market. There might be a big.
There's not
available.
really a buyout market.
There's
dog.
nothing that's going to make you go, oh,
I think
wow.
this is it.
Well,
This
that's
is
why
what you got.
I think to your answer your question.
There's a guy
That's
coming.
why I care. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
This is why, again, to go back to what you've heard me say 100 times, this is why what they did is so refreshing, because whatever happens between now and whenever they get knocked out of the playoffs is going to happen.
Way to go.
And
Way to go, Trav.
No.
When they get knocked out.
Look, if they win the title, great.
Yeah.
But if they get knocked out short of winning a title, which is the most likely outcome, then you figure out what's next, because there's nothing but time. There's nothing but an opportunity to figure it out from there. Had we pre-deadline, it's a little bit of a different conversation.
Yeah, because your gel factor is different.
They've got
yeah.
what they've got. They're going to have to figure out how to play well together. You're going to have to figure out a way
Right.
to get some
I'm
of these
marginally
guys.
To
disagree with
answer
that.
your
It is.
question,
Yeah.
what I saw was Laker role players playing like Laker role players. They know their role and they're good at it.
Yep.
It
Yeah.
looks like a semblance of a Laker team. I said this feeling is not foreign to me. It's actually normal. It's just we haven't been able to exercise that Laker arrogance fandom lately.
Yeah, I mean,
it
I
seems
think-
like we're back on that path.
I think the thing for me is you do have to kind of retool whatever you thought you were going to do by not getting Mark Williams. Like the big element to me, and by that I mean the element of players who are bigs, I think matters. You know what I'm saying? You can't just have a stick back there. The defensive parts that you've lost with AD that you don't necessarily have with Jackson do need to be addressed. And I think that changes this year.
But you can't
a
address
lot.
it yet.
No, I know.
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
saying it
And-
changes
yeah.
this season a lot.
100%.
So
to your point,
yes-
maybe not as much as it would change next season.
Yesterday in the pregame with
Although it
Peter
does change a
and,
lot because the guy was young.
on
So there's that.
Spectrum, Rob Pelinka did say that the next couple of days they expect to get a big in the buyout market. There's something available out there.
Who would that be?
Mo Bamba,
probably
Robin
not Mo.
Lopez is
Not-
available.
not-
They got to be under the mid-level exception because the way the CBA works
word,
out,
right.
which
I
hinders
don't
them
mind the Lopez
drastically.
one of the Lopez brothers.
It's fine.
Yeah.
And
You
if
just
it
need a
comes in
body
and
out
it
there that
works
play some
out-
defense for you because Jackson Hayes isn't going to be that
You
guy
said
for
it
you.
a second ago, DeMarco, and I agree with you. They're going to go as far as their offense will let them
Yeah,
go.
sure.
Yeah.
This is not going to be hey, we found a big guy on the buyout market who turned us into the
No, you just need a body.
94 Knicks.
Yeah.
and
No,
we're going to
but,
grind
I
it
do
out.
think
It's
there's
like getting a middle reliever.
But my
right now.
question for you, Beto, would be like it wasn't just like that was what Mark Williams was going to be. They were planning on hopefully, presuming he was going to be able to play, having him for
How
5-6
many
seasons.
different red flags must have popped
Oh
up
my
on that
God.
guy?
You know what I mean?
For
The
them
whole
to
thing
run
is
for
funny.
the hills.
Yeah.
Development-wise, there's a change there
Yeah.
in terms of what you're doing with your core that was different than it was, 2 days ago.
Next
Did
you
you
can go
hit?
find
Did
out.
you hit that in Clinton and Friends this morning
Absolutely.
about Charlotte making a stink about this?
They should, though.
I got hold
That'd
on.
be-
Hold on. I think I have the perfect analogy for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
DeMarco, I'm going to buy your car. You're selling
Yes.
me a car, and
Here
I've
it is.
decided we've agreed on the price. And you're telling me, hey, there's a car it runs great, Trav. Here's my mechanic slips and all this. I said, fantastic. We've got a deal. I just need to run it by my guy first.
Yeah.
I want him to take a quick look at it.
Take it to my mechanic.
And I'm going to take it to my
Yeah,
mechanic.
my guy.
And
Yeah.
I find, hey, they told me it's this. We agreed on the price. And this guy pops the hood and goes, if you buy this car, you're a sucker.
Right.
And I go back to you and say, hey, listen, man, this is not what I'm looking for. Sorry. You can't get mad at me. I said to you, I'm going to go take it and have my
Right.
mechanic look at it. They don't get to say, what the hell? This is the
Why would you do that
definition
if you're
of
Charlotte,
due
though?
diligence.
Why would you do that if you're Charlotte?
Do what?
I have no
be
idea.
upset by this
because it makes them look bad and they're trying to punch back a little bit maybe
Yeah,
because
I think
I'm with
it's
you.
just- yeah, just to defend your
it's
your
one of
integrity,
these
yeah.
guys
with the guy or your fan base.
Both.
Both.
Okay.
Maybe.
Some level of both.
Maybe they're trying to. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Maybe this airs a little bit of Mark Williams. Hey, look, we're going to cover for you. So because now the guy is clearly got damaged goods.
You're affecting his
written on him.
career.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's like
So-
he could sue you.
But it
effectively,
must have been
kind of thing.
But
we'll
Players
never
Associ-
find out because
the Players Association has to look at that. Right.
Yeah.
But nobody buys something super expensive without having somebody you trust look at it.
Oh,
and
I
say,
saw a guy do that.
"Go."
Then he drove that thing right through the dealership's front window.
I saw that guy.
And everybody had a laugh. You know,
Yeah, but that's a new car.
That is so
That's
bad.
a new car.
Take
You
it
know,
back.
it's true.
Like a draft pick is a new car. You drive that through the window. But
Yes.
if I'm buying your car, I want my guy to look at
And
it.
you hijacked the far side, by the way. I'm not tripping. See, that's
You
the
are?
Far,
I mean,
the end of the
okay.
far side. I'm not
Check the
tripping.
YouTube channel,
I'm
see
not
what they're
tripping. I'm not
talking
tripping.
Far Side and Friends.
Yeah.
Far Side.
You guys should leave.
I'm leaving.
right,
I'm
no.
leaving. I
No,
got things to do.
stay,
I know. I do
stay,
actually have
stay.
to go, but it's good to see you guys.
Good to see you, man.
Just wanted to
Yes.
say
Hey,
hello.
go do your around the horn.
I know. I
conference
still got
call.
my TV makeup on. That was for you.
Jeez.
Is that what it is?
I just thought
I'm
that's
like,
how
what
you
do
walk
do? I was
around the
gonna say,
streets.
What vitamins are you taking? Look at you. What's been going on?
Makeup with a Watts T-shirt on.
All
What
right.
cream are you rubbing on you? Yes.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up because we want to know who is smiling in SoCal. Here's what you do. You go to ESPNLA.com and you nominate who you think is making LA a better place. It could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan. You could even nominate yourself. You can win prizes like sweet tickets. That's SUITE, like luxury suite, not sweet like candy.
Like cool,
sweet,
dude.
Sweet tickets, right. Sonicare electric toothbrushes, those are nice. Whitening treatment or the grand prize Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com. And remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics. All right, the lane that LeBron has never been asked to, and he may be the perfect guy to do it. Coming up next, it's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Mason and Ireland.
1 plus 1 might equals 3. Does that make sense? 1 plus 1 might equal 3.
It doesn't not make sense.
Correct.
The biggest show on the radio, weekdays at noon.
On 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey, it's D4. The best sports trips aren't just about the game. It's about the whole experience. With Absolute Sport, that experience is built around you. Whether it's an El Clasico match followed by a night in Madrid, oh yeah, or a company outing at the U.S. Open, they'll customize everything to fit your perfect trip. If your event has a ticket, they'll build a package around it. So what are you waiting for? Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your dream trip a reality.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Back to the Lakers in 1 sec. The PGA Tour is heading to Torrey Pines for the 2025 Genesis Invitational. Listen to our show today, Trav and DeMarco, through Friday, today through Friday, for your cue to call. And when you hear it, you're going to want to be caller number 7, 877-710-ESPN, to win a 4-pack of general admission tickets. The stars of the PGA Tour will be there. Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, Colin Morikawa, and a whole bunch more at a signature event. Get your tickets at genesisinvitational.com. Do you know Colin Morikawa?
Some tournament last year at my mother-in-law's house, and we were watching Colin Morikawa. She loves him for some reason.
Yeah, local kid.
He's from La
Is that
Cañada.
that's what it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's playing. Okay, awesome.
Have you ever been to a PGA Tour event?
I have never been to a PGA.
Dude, we got to go.
We got to go. You're talking me into this. This is the Genesis when?
This is
I just heard you say it. I just forget it.
It's this week. I want to
this week.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to go.
I tried to get tickets, and the Genesis in the back said no.
It's
caller 7
at Torrey Pines, which is phenomenal.
Do I have to dress golfy?
No.
Really?
You go like that.
Okay.
Go like that.
Just like this.
You go like that.
You'll have a lot of fun, man.
Did I love to go?
You walk around. You have a cold drink.
I've been to a senior event.
Yeah.
I have been to a senior event.
The idea, you walk around, you get super close to the players.
Yeah.
You have a cold drink, maybe something to eat.
Sounds good.
Stay as little as what you want, as long as you want. It's terrific. And Torrey Pines is gorgeous.
It's
So we don't have to follow one golfer. We can stay in one spot?
You can stay in one spot, or you can follow multiple different guys. Follow a guy for a few holes and jump over to another guy.
I would love to do this. Bucket list stuff, yes.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Maybe next year when the Genesis is back at Riv, and hopefully Tiger's playing next year. Tiger withdrew from this one because of his death of his mother fairly recently.
God rest.
There is, even when Tiger is no longer a competitive factor, the sea of people that he draws is bonkers.
I'd love to see that.
It's bonkers. Even now, when he's not going to win the tournament, it's just you don't need to ask
it's
where
Tiger
he is.
Now, yeah.
It's 80% of the people on the golf course are watching.
It's like Tiger and Snoop.
Yeah, I did that a couple years ago. A couple years ago, Riv, I was following Tiger for 2 holes, and I realized I can't do this anymore.
You got to jump like 3 or 4 holes ahead and wait for him to get to you, and then jump 3 or 4 holes ahead of that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like nothing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
guy went to Berkeley. Yeah, Morikawa went to Berkeley.
Yeah,
okay.
Morikawa did.
Yep. Okay.
Local
he
guy.
played San Gabriel Country Club. Probably all those country clubs he's played.
Oh yeah,
all out of there. Little guy too, man.
DeMarco accused me of breaking into.
I didn't accuse you. You outed yourself.
I outed myself for sneaking in. I didn't take anything.
Oh, when you had your own country club at 18? Yeah.
Sneaking in is your mind. And in the law, it's breaking and entering. See, that's you.
Well, you didn't sneak in because there's an access road.
Anything.
There's a road.
There's that road and that drainage ditch that runs through it. Just happened to wander onto the golf course with a bag of clubs and 2 friends.
You should finish that course someday. That's fun.
I've never played 1 or 18. I'm waiting for an invitation.
You need those. Yes.
How much longer and how much and to say how much better is almost unfair to LeBron because he's still playing at such a crazy high level. Yeah. But how much longer and how much better could LeBron be if all of a sudden it's going to happen. I don't want to say all of a sudden that once it becomes obvious to everybody that Luka is the guy, that the team runs through Luka, that Luka's going to have the ball in his hands most of the time, Luka's going to carry most of the water most of the time, that all of a sudden LeBron James becomes the best second option in the NBA because he's never, even in Miami, when Wade was at a super high level.
And LeBron was younger.
And LeBron was 10, 12, 15 years younger. LeBron was still the best player on that team. It was close, but LeBron was the best player.
Yeah.
And it was more of a you go, I go kind of thing. This could be a you go, you go, you go. Let me know when you need me to go. I can take over a game. I can take over a week. I could do all of these things, but I can also chill just a little bit when I need to.
I saw it was Momo and Udonis Haslem on TV. And they were talking about this very same subject. And they said, they were asked the same question to Udonis Haslem. He said sacrifice. LeBron would be willing to sacrifice certain things to let Luka do his thing.
Is it a sacrifice?
It would be. I mean, it's not carrying the load. It's you. I'm going to supplement you.
But it's to his own benefit.
It is to his own benefit.
Yeah.
It frees him up to be LeBron.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, with this guy,
could he play another 5 years?
He might. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It may be year 27. Yeah.
But what if? Okay, so let's just say to use easy math, he's giving you 90% of himself on any given night, right? Maybe it's not like playoff intensity, but he's giving you that, regular season 90%.
Where he should be.
Where he should be.
Yes.
Now all of a sudden, you're asking him for 65.
Just rest.
And 65 gives you maybe 1, 2, 3. And look, I thought that LeBron James would be owning a team by now, not being one of the 10 best players in the league.
Well,
and here we are.
He kind of owns the league.
Well, he's co-owner now, and he's a minority stakeholder to Luka Doncic.
Right.
Yeah, he went from the sole owner to he's Tom Brady with the Raiders.
Yeah.
He's got the say, but he doesn't own the whole thing.
Wasn't he waiting for Anthony Davis to be this? Weren't we all waiting for Anthony?
Guys,
weren't we? But I'm serious. This is when he got picked up. You're like, okay, you made that trade. Anthony Davis is going to be the guy that's going to take over the torch for LeBron. He's going to hand it off. And why did that not happen? Why did LeBron take over in the fourth quarter? Because AD wasn't.
That's what I mean. I don't think he can tell AD to his face that Luka's better. Because their relationship is, I think you're that guy. Even AD thinks he was that guy. But this is the heartless side of me, and it only happens in certain sports. But when he got hurt in Dallas, I was like, better you than me.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was inevitable.
What's going on in Dallas is insane.
I know, but it was inevitable that he's going to get hurt. That's just how it goes.
It was, but I've said this
before. But he was
too.
already hurt. He came back too soon because when he was with the Lakers,
there was the pressure to try to show what they did, like why they did it.
Because when he hurt himself, we were told, okay, it's going to be a week before he's reevaluated, and probably after the All-Star break when he'll come back.
Yeah, but with
Dallas
with him,
was the pressure.
You never really know.
No, but Dallas was the pressure of, hey, we got to show that
back.
we got somebody here, and he falls, and it's the ab problem that he's been dealing with.
But here's the biggest difference between when they acquired Anthony Davis, 5 years ago, and when they acquired Luka Doncic, last week or the week before. Anthony Davis is a type of player that was waiting to be handed the keys to the kingdom. He was waiting for LeBron to say, "Sir, I am retiring. The Laker franchise is now yours." And he would have become the face of the franchise simply through there's no other option.
Wow, I never thought of that.
With LeBron here, there was always the other option. LeBron is the alpha among alphas. He's always going to be. And this is Luka's not
the only guy fit enough to take this from me.
That's exactly it.
Luka isn't going to ask for it. He's going to do what Kobe did. He's going to rip it out of his damn hands.
Yes.
And he's 25. A thing.
Look, Kobe didn't go to Shaq and say, "Shaq, may I please be the leader of the team?" What he said is, "He's fat and out of shape, and get him out of here, or I'm not dealing with this anymore."
When it was the AD is going to be the Laker player, when LeBron is gone, it was always a question of who is AD going to have help him.
Yes.
Who's AD? Yeah. Who are they going to pair him with? What star can they bring here? Because it was never AD could do it by yourself. And we're not knocking on AD. It's just who he is now at 31.
Different players.
This is who he is.
If it was just Luka, he's going to need help too.
Of course he is. Yeah, everybody does.
But it's a different help. I bet you'd have people running for you. I know. I got you.
Look,
but can you imagine if that trade never happened? And
which one, the Luka or the AD?
Same hamster wheel Lakers we've been on with LeBron and AD.
Okay.
And then he gets hurt for a month. This year.
Well, we were having that conversation here at the station. I think Bergman and Laura would be the ones like, look, it's time to move on from LeBron. He's been great, but let's go and get the next generation. Let's start moving on. Because if you're going to be in the 7-8 spot in the middle of the pack, spinning your wheels, just like you said, the hamster, what are you going to do? Luka now is, hey, the 3 spot is available.
The question was, do you move on from LeBron as your best player?
Yeah.
That's not a question anymore. He's not their best player anymore. It's just, it took care of itself. Before it was, all right, do we just throw all in with AD? Do you get rid of both of them? Do you hit the reset button?
I don't want to say this. Yeah. I think with Luka being that guy, LeBron can be your best player. It's just
on any given night, sure.
That's what I'm saying. It frees him up to be that guy.
On occasion.
Yeah.
On occasion, he will have the best night.
Right.
But the best player is Luka Doncic.
Luka's killing it. LeBron's got the matchup of a lifetime. And he just goes,
Did you see them last night, how exciting it was? Like, you could tell the two of them, like, with each other.
Keep going.
What? It was like, let's just, I got the guy. I'm going to kick his ass until they make an adjustment. Now you go kick his ass.
That's what I'll say. Beto, this is just a conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat. I think LeBron knew. This is happening too fast. The joy is too real.
Can I try to change your mind? Here's why I'm going to try to change your mind.
Yeah, he knew.
Genius recognizes genius.
Yeah.
Where all of a sudden, and there's not a lot of them, right? Where all of a sudden, Anthony Davis is a great player. Luka Doncic is a genius. Yeah. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, you're one of me. They're like aliens that recognize each other in a crowd. Like,
you're like me.
Oh, you know what I know. Oh, okay.
And let's
go do this. Like, I knew you were a great player.
But it's like,
but I didn't know you were
when they start doing things, and it's just a little small sample size, but it's like
that Spider-Man meme.
You're not even.
Each other.
We just become best friends. Yep. But you're not even surprised by it. Like, you expected it to look like this.
And LeBron is doing everything.
You knew.
I don't know. Look, I'm 60-40. He didn't know. I'm willing to believe that maybe they looped him in, but I think that's one of those, oh my God, I got the best player in the league on my team.
You're like this, though. So many things that LeBron did yesterday to make sure that Luka was taken care of. All right. So yesterday, everybody was given that gold T-shirt,
jersey,
number 77, that they got printed up quick. LeBron puts it on at 4 o'clock when he's doing his warm-ups, right? So So LeBron, I mean, there was a lot of cameras around too, but LeBron came out and shot at 4 o'clock to do his He put on the Luka T-shirt that was right there on the bench. He made sure
made it hot.
So LeBron connects his iPhone to the Crypto.com sound system. So when he's shooting at 4 o'clock, there's nobody in the building except for security and maybe TV people setting up. So he connects his iPhone. His playlist was Kendrick, and he put on the Luka T-shirt. Who was introduced yesterday by Lawrence Tanner?
Luka
Doncic. And
they did say they're going back, though, moving forward.
But
they gave him
that
was the one. That was the one. Yeah,
but LeBron texted him and said, hey, you want to do this? And he's like, okay, yeah. LeBron making sure that he's taking care of.
That's putting your best foot forward.
All the little. This goes back to make sure the Lakers are going to re-sign him. Yeah. You do all the little things for him.
But
I know they want him.
I agree with.
I just don't know what he wants.
I agree with all of this, and they do need to kiss his hindquarters.
Absolutely.
Until they
At
get
25,
this.
Well, see,
like
wait a minute now. That's how you got fat. So you can't be kissing his butt too much.
Until they get it done, they need to make sure that the possibility of aggravating him is as close to zero as possible.
Yeah.
But this idea that LeBron is deciding to do this, but there's also
you're doing this.
You got no choice.
Right.
You're doing this.
This is the first time ever. It's like, we'd love that. That's cool that you did that.
Yeah.
But if you didn't, we're going to do it anyway.
You put this on.
Well, that goes back to the Kobe thing, right? He'll respect you if you're the one who's outworking everybody, putting the work in the weight room, in and out of the building, right? That's why him and Powell got along, because Powell did the work. He could get on Powell like no other, curse him out in Spanish, and then just like me and you, we were arguing, but then we hugged. We're good, right? Because we respect each other. LeBron, if he doesn't respect you, and he doesn't see you pulling your weight, ship you out.
It's obvious that he has an equal, and maybe it's not even equal.
Maybe.
Like it's
I used to be you.
I am going to gracefully step aside, not in a deferential I'm out of here way, but in a, hey, look, it's better for me, it's better for you if you're one and I'm two. And we're going to go about it's better for all of us, as opposed to this fight for it.
Oh, there won't be a fight. No.
The second the deal was done,
we
need each other, and we need each other in this order. Not in the reverse order. There's going to be nights where LeBron's the best guy. There's going to be nights where Luka's the best guy. There will be an occasional night where Austin Reeves is the best guy.
DeMarco, there's a dude that you should like.
Who?
He played last night. Goodwin.
I like that, Mr. Tippin.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Tippin himself.
Okay, so Goodwin is a two-way player, right?
Yeah.
Jordan Goodwin. You know what school he went to?
No.
Billikens.
Is he? He's a SLU Billiken?
Yes.
No way. Okay.
That
I should call my man Bob Ramsey.
He's a guy who's going to benefit. He also gave Vincent knocking down
No
threes.
way.
Because they get double teamed. They kick out wide open corner threes. Here you go. Everybody's going to. So, but your boy Goodwin, he's a two-way player. He comes in with attitude, with aggression. He's strong. He's trying to get himself a contract.
Role players.
Everybody, whatever your ability was,
you got to roll now.
You just got 12% better. Because my attention is elsewhere. I got to deal with you.
Right.
I got to deal with Luka. I got to deal with LeBron James. I got to deal with Austin. Oh, damn, he's wide open.
Yeah.
Forgot to box him out. Those guys are going to thrive in this environment.
And you know who else got better? The Lakers postgame show because of Luka. Because there's better. We had. Better. No, I'm serious. Last night we hung up after an hour with the phone line still lit.
Wow.
From people that I've never really talked to.
You said this to me
Slovenia
last week or the week before. I have not had genuine, unbridled enthusiasm for this team in 5+ seasons.
So when you go to a game?
It's
been a minute.
Whenever I decide I go.
When are you going?
It's pretty far away.
You know, I was on the short list. A doctor friend of mine has tickets under the basket.
Oh, nice.
On the Lakers side.
Let's go.
And I had earmarked this to go to the game, right from here to there. Something changed. He wanted the tickets back. I wonder why. Yeah.
It's just got a little bit more challenging.
And as soon as his number came up, I'm like, you want him back. He's like, oh, thank you for making it easy for
today,
me.
Briones went last night.
And the future. Yeah. There is no way. Hey, you better hurry.
Yeah.
No, we got time. In the best possible way. Wow. Not in that because the window is open and it's kind of nailed shut or nailed open.
Yeah.
Right? This isn't it's going to start sliding down. He's 25 years old.
See, like AD out for a month would kill you. It kills Dallas. If Luka got hurt and was hurt for a month.
It's bad news, but okay.
Right.
Yeah.
We got 10 years.
Yeah. And if AD, I want to talk because the Mavericks are just in a death spiral right now. But if AD got hurt, it would be one very specific thing if he were still here in Los Angeles. We'll do that next. It's Travis DeMarco. Beto's here too. 710 ESPN. Hey, is your vehicle due for service? If so, head on into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For 30 years. 30 years, that's a long time. Valvoline has been providing quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people like you and me, which means you're in, you're out in 15 minutes, knowing that your car is running at its absolute best, right? Oil changes, tire rotations, transmission care, wipers, and a whole lot more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Make sure your car's running at its best. Make sure you don't get stuck on the side of the road because you forgot to do the little things that'll keep that car going for a long time. There are 80 locations around Southern California, which means there's one close to you. SoCalOilChange.com is where you find one of those locations and grab yourself some discount coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Luka Doncic is a Laker. He was in the house. Number 77 shirts all around the building. All the celebrities were there. Luka and LeBron, the next star pairing for your Los Angeles Lakers. It is here.
Yeah, baby.
And we will be reacting to all of it after their first game on Sedano and Cap at 3 o'clock here on 710 ESPN. Hey, it's Mace. Want a new game to get excited about? Check out Chumba Casino, your favorite online social casino. It's free to play, no strings attached. Enjoy social casino games like bingo, slingo, and slots and more with new releases every week, whether you're at home or on the go. Play for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Get started today at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ TNCs apply.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Ticket Thursday alert. Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, Billy Strings, and Sierra Hall. All live at the Hollywood Bowl for the Outlaw Music Festival on May 16th. Tickets are on sale now, but you can win yours right here. This Ticket Thursday on ESPN LA, we're hooking up listeners with 4 pairs of tickets to see these legendary artists take the stage. Tune in Thursday for your cue to call and win. The Outlaw Music Festival, May 16th. Willie, Dylan, Billy Strings, Sierra Hall. Presented by Live Nation. Don't miss it.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money, because you're in charge. And right now, you're going to pay for groceries. But you decide what groceries. Just keep in mind you're running out of dishwashing soap. But you decide if you're going to buy that soap. Just those dishes won't clean themselves, will they? Remember, with Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Gotta have who?
You know who I gotta have. I'm happy that Philadelphia, I keep saying this, like the New York Giants saved the world from the Patriots way back in the day. Okay, the Philadelphia... Twice. Yeah. The Philadelphia Eagles saved the world from the Chiefs, right? So I'm all on the Eagles right now. Congratulations, champs. But if you want to compete with that next season in the NFC, you're going to need Stafford. You're going to need that guy at quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Rams, I was looking at some odds this morning. They have the 6th best odds in the NFC to win the Super Bowl.
6th best odds. Who are the other 5? Do you have that?
Take a guess, because four of the 5 ahead of them make perfect sense. There's one that made me go, really? Philly? Yes, Philly's tops.
Who?
the obvious ones. Detroit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Buffalo.
No, Buffalo's AFC. NFC teams ahead of them. Yeah. Washington.
Okay.
Just based on what they look like.
And how they finished.
Green Bay.
Okay.
The Rams have, and then
I got to stop putting him higher on the list. Yeah.
Here's the one that made me go, really? And they're just a little bit ahead, but they're ahead. San Francisco.
Again.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, CMC coming back. They keep Kittle. Debo wants to be traded. Debo said he wants out.
I bet they would like to see him go, too.
I don't think. Yeah.
They were allowing him to seek a trade.
Allowed him. Yes, but with CMC healthy and Purdy back and Kittle back, and they're still pretty talented, so I can see that. But 6th best odds. Okay.
In the NFC.
Okay, without
they
Stafford,
are
I bet
11th overall.
That would drop some without Matthew Stafford.
They got cement shoes on.
See, all that stuff factors into how he's negotiating.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need me. And this is the last place you want to be as a team.
Okay, so let's kind of put it back to where we were talking about earlier with Luka, and this idea that they got to kiss his butt to make sure that he stays and all that kind of stuff. You don't want to rub. There is the difference between a Stafford negotiation and a Luka negotiation is this is what I would like, and they say yes.
We're trying to woo you.
Right. The Stafford Rams negotiation is, hey, listen, this is the best spot for you,
This is business.
Right?
Yeah.
This is, I understand that we're better with you than without you.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yes.
But your best chance to do what you want to do is with us, not one of these other spots. So they're not without leverage. The Lakers literally have none when it comes to a negotiation.
It's
like
whether
that.
he wants to stay or not.
Right.
Yeah, but with
The Rams
Matthew
have
Stafford,
some.
at $40 million, let's just say this, $40 million, can you say he's underpaid for what some other guys are getting? Dak Prescott is at 60.
Relative to what other people make for the position, yes.
Yes, and he's got an argument.
Yes.
And you really need him.
Yes.
That's a lot of leverage. So where do you...
It is.
Yeah, where do you come in?
The Rams don't have zero.
No,
they
got McVay.
My point is not that Stafford doesn't have more. He probably does.
Yeah.
But the Rams don't have none. It's not a 100 to 0 negotiation where he names his price and they say, thank you for allowing us to
we'll
give
go
it
to battle
you.
without you,
Yeah.
and we'll be just fine. We will rally around Kurt Warner and play good football. Remember that?
Did you see that Stafford's brother-in-law is going to be a coach with the Giants?
Really?
Yeah.
His brother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
So Kelly Stafford's brother is coaching.
Yes.
And the Giants happen to have a quarterback need.
Wow.
Just eyes emoji.
Why would you go to New York? To take a beating?
Okay, so the odds. Okay.
At that age, get beat up like
the odds
that?
we were talking
Take a
about.
beating and answer questions?
Guess who has the longest odds to win the Super Bowl next year?
The Giants.
The New York Giants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why would you go
That's
there?
what I'm saying.
Oh.
This is the Rams' leverage. Is my point is.
If you want to go to the Hall of Fame, take them to the Super Bowl.
Or the retirement home. You go there.
I mean, Eli Manning is in the first ballot.
That's one of those, that's not happening.
But that would answer all questions.
It's not sure. You should take Arcadia High School to the Super Bowl. That's not going to happen
Just
either.
saying, right.
Maybe better. Better chance.
Yeah, I was going to say that this is one of those. You can go take their money. You can go do these things, and I'm sure that you will make them better.
Yeah.
But you're not going anywhere.
You're not going in.
You got a shot with us,
and you got
that's
a lot
the
of money in the
Rams'
bank.
leverage.
I know. And look, I think it's unfinished business, and you were that close to beating the eventual champion.
They're the only ones.
Close.
They're the only ones through that 4-game playoff run that you could say they nearly had it.
So, team and player, you guys have got momentum. Your players are going into the offseason motivated. Don't bog this down with some stupid standoff. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think
I hope not.
I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm not naively optimistic.
Yeah.
I'm cautiously optimistic that it's in both parties' best interest to continue the relationship.
If you're down to the last $5 million, a cave, give it to him, or cave, take it. That's what I'm saying. Let's go.
Split the difference.
Right.
Get close enough and move on.
So is that what his social media is all about?
What do you mean?
Stafford's family?
I guess.
About getting money?
It's smart, though. I mean, you have to look. The teams will get you for as little as they can get you for. You have to keep the leverage. When you have it, you got to apply it. So I get it. This is just another angle.
It's just a modern world we're in right now. Everybody uses their social media to negotiate, try to find things out, and build fans that love you. What's up, Kike?
Dude, put that guy on ice for 5 months and break him out in September, and let's go.
Yeah.
That's another one from yesterday.
Yeah.
Mickey Hatcher seems like a lot of fun.
Oh, he's a good dude.
He seems like a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
He was the leader of the stuntmen, DeMarco.
Yes.
I wanted a better stuntman story. I wanted a better stuntman.
You got to get him at night because I had drinks with the
off the air.
During the All-Star break, I had drinks with him one night.
He can't do the stuntman best hits, the greatest hits, I should say, on the radio.
Like you already cussed it today.
Yeah.
Mickey Hatcher would have got the station turned off.
Okay. Beep. Okay, that was part of the Far Side. Our group was called the Plumbers. See, I was going to tell you about that. Yeah, but that's later.
All right, save it for the Plumbers tomorrow. Let's talk about the orthodontists. ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up. We want to know who's making you smile here in Southern California. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. It could be a mentor, teacher, coach, good Samaritan. You can nominate yourself as well if you'd like to do that. So you can win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonicare electric toothbrushes, whitening treatments, or the grand prize, which is Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com. And remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics. So the Mavericks made the deal that may go down in infamy of worst trade ever. Okay, it's a short list.
Rob Pelinka should run when he sees them.
Frank Robinson trade in baseball a million years ago. They got a bunch of nobodies for a guy that's one of the greats of all time. Pedro Martinez for Delino DeShields goes down.
That's Jody Reed's fault for not re-signing.
Wow.
Well, he should have taken the money when he had a chance.
What about Herschel Walker?
Herschel Walker to the Vikings was
a great deal for the Cowboys.
For the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Right.
Great deal for the Cowboys.
Deals that went just thud. Super tilted in one way.
Mookie Betts to the Dodgers?
It's on the list.
Yes.
It's definitely on the list. Here's what's happened since then for the Mavericks. The team has had to deny the fact that they're trying to tank the value of the organization because it was so lopsided. The owner had to come out and say, we're not moving to Las Vegas. We're not trying to torpedo the value of the franchise. Fans are showing up outside the arena with coffins.
Okay.
Last night, people were being ejected from the stadium because they were holding up signs asking for the removal of the general manager.
Such a reaction that you had to react to it.
Anthony Davis is on the shelf for the foreseeable future.
Okay, so if that's off the list.
And one more quick.
But wait, there's more.
Gafford got hurt last night.
Did he?
He's an important part of what it is that they're doing.
So all their bigs are hurt now.
All of their guys are hurt. And Luka Doncic made his debut last night to an incredibly warm and enthusiastic reception.
That's got to suck.
And Dirk showed up in L.A.
And Dirk showed up in L.A. That's right.
Because he wanted to see the debut.
Oh, my God. So, I mean, so that's off the list. They said it's not because of that.
They said it's
Aren't
not
you
because
still
of that.
trying to figure out why they would do this?
I said it a minute ago. I still think there is something, and
So that's not it. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think anybody other than Nico Harrison and the ownership of the Dallas Mavericks know what it is.
This cannot get down to one guy screwed up that bad.
It could get down to the business of he has $100 million something coming up, the extension. And the new owners are trying to build casinos in Dallas area.
But I thought that was off the list.
But you could get some lobbyists to figure something out because they bought all the land around there.
The value because the value of the Dallas franchise is inherently more valuable than the Vegas franchise.
Yes.
So they would just swap the two. So they needed to get this thing to come down. So
I got
they
you.
could just
That's the
Kinda
only
like Major Leagues.
excuse that works for me. Business and money. That you would trade this guy.
Or
you're stupid.
Occam's razor. The most obvious answer is the right answer.
I'm stupid.
They just made a terrible, terrible decision.
And that's reprehensible. Really.
It's malpractice.
That's unbelievable. That I can't outside of me being completely happy that he's here, I still can't believe you did it.
And it's also that's what you got back for him,
right? That's it.
You could have got you could have got the Herschel Walker.
You kept this quiet. You could have got a king's ransom. Yeah,
that's the second paragraph of the what the hell is going on. The first paragraph is you traded him.
There's going to be a 30 for 30 on this.
Like if you traded him for 10, I don't know how many you could 10 first-round draft picks, pick swaps,
give it to him,
and Anthony Davis and Austin Reeves and all of you.
Partridge in the pear tree.
Great, awesome, do it anyway.
Yeah,
but you wait, hold on, we got what?
That's what I'm saying.
But there's also a case of sometimes you're too smart, right? For your own good.
Mm-hmm.
Nico Harrison was a Nike executive. Nico Harrison knows these players. He knows AD. He knows a lot of the guys. He was one of the guys running Nike basketball for many years. So when he got this job in Dallas, you're like, okay, this guy goes from no basketball front office experience, running Nike's huge, but not running the day ins and outs, knowing the trade deadlines, knowing what's on the buyout market, knowing what the markets are going to be, now with the second apron and the taxes, all that other stuff. Like, okay, so you surround yourself with a good team. But Cuban must have known something. Because Cuban, he got out because he sold at the highest point, right? Yeah. He's a billionaire for a reason. But that area where the Mavs arena is at, That's all up for redevelopment from these new owners.
Yeah.
So they're looking at it. DeMar, were you here when McCourt got the Dodgers?
He keeps telling me about it. It makes me laugh.
So you were here when Bob Daly got the Dodgers, right? Where they bought him from the O'Malleys.
Yes. You keep telling me about those dark days.
So when they went from O'Malley.
He did the impossible. He got people to stop going to Dodger games.
So the O'Malleys went from being
see it.
family organized.
Yeah.
We're here. Everybody gets ice cream when the team's in first place. That's how the Dodgers used to be. They settled it to Fox and
Bob
Daly, and it became business cut. Boom.
They
boom,
traded
boom.
Piazza like
boom,
that,
like yesterday.
Wait,
Piazza for
what
who?
did you just did?
Jim Eisenreich? Or
it was like Sheffield. It was that haul of guys, but they got some good players back. But Mike Piazza was a fan favorite.
He's a Dodger.
He was young.
Yeah. Wow.
It went from being your team to we're corporate now. I think that's what the Mavs have become.
There's one other part of this that, again, I'm just completely speculating. I don't know this to be true, but when something makes this little sense, you're just grasping at possible explanations. You wonder if there isn't something personal between those two people. Like that Luka and Harrison just could not stand to be in each other's company. And you don't maybe. You know what? I've had it with you.
You're out.
And then the sobriety of the next day comes around, you're like,
or maybe Luka said, what can you do? Who are you? You can't do anything to me.
Something
what
like
are you
that.
What are you going to do, trade me?
Luka, I told you I need you here by 8 o'clock to work. I don't have to come. What are you going to do? You're going to fire me?
Right.
Watch this. Boom. If that's the truth, still that's fireable.
You
still make the.
Of course,
you still find a way to make the guy work.
Let me show you who's in charge. That's
you
Nico
just
Harrison right now.
There has to be something. It's so inexplicable otherwise. It just doesn't.
I guess
make
in my
sense.
heart of I'm hoping Dallas becomes good to make this fair because,
dude, he's going to move to Germany or
you
something.
You're done in sports. Aren't you that guy that traded Luka?
Yeah,
right.
You're the answer to the worst trivia question of all time.
Might as well put him on
Kevin
TV.
Malone, the sheriff.
And he traded him to the Lakers.
Wow.
All the teams.
Like if he traded him to literally there are 28 other teams. Anywhere else, you're like, that deal is dumb.
Also,
it's stupid.
a
It makes
conspiracy.
no sense.
Yes.
But that he ended up on the Lakers, it's like, okay.
That's also tinfoil. Like it was brought here to save the league. Hint.
He's a
another. Are you a tinfoil guy? Are you Sam Tripoli over here?
I'm just saying.
The inside man.
right.
You're really about this, huh?
No,
You know what he
just
is?
all this stuff that's out there. They said Dalton Knecht was traded because he wouldn't pass to Bronny.
I heard you.
That was
earlier.
funny, right?
You know what it could be?
Those memes are out there.
He could be Kevin Costner in No Way Out.
Oh, a double agent.
Where
See?
deep plant. Deep
Cost
plant.
ya.
I don't know.
I need more
Deal's so
copies
bad.
for this show.
Deal's so bad, you have no
Wait,
idea what it makes.
Is Nico short for Nikolai?
Oh, why's he got to be Russian?
That was
Well,
the
that's
movie.
Costner.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I have no clue what that movie is.
Factor Caps, Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. And DeMarco, if our listeners get involved in an accident, we've been telling them for a long time, you got to call the law offices of Joseph S. Normand because insurance companies and it happens fast, and everybody's going to be telling you what you think is in your best interest, but they don't have your best interest in mind.
Maybe the Mavericks should call Joe. Something
Somebody
fell out of the sky, hit him right on the head. Look, accidents are devastating, and the recovery process is difficult to deal with. No one should face it alone. No insurance company is ever on your side. Anything you say to any insurance company can and will be used against you at any point throughout the process. Remember that. Call Joe first.
All right, 213-747-2000. That's the law offices of Joseph S. Normand, normandlegal.com. Don't trust the insurance company. Don't trust anybody that doesn't have your best interest, your financial stake, your health, your peace of mind at the center of what they do. That's what Joe is going to do. 213-747-2000, and make sure they know that Travis DeMarco sent you in.
Trust Joe. We do.
The Luka era is on for the purple and gold.
And the NBA has never seen anything like this.
Rebound, Luka. Length of the court pass, LeBron. Lay it up and in.
Luka and LeBron, two of the greatest, are now together, and it's looking unstoppable.
I can't believe that we just had an assist, LeBron James to Luka Doncic, and it wasn't in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Catch the dynamic duo as they dominate and make history in real time, right here on the home of Luka, LeBron, and the Lakers.
710 ESPN.
Hey, everybody, excited to have with me in studio the one and only
Dr. Monica Madden from Beverly Hills Ortho. Hi, Dr. Madden.
Hi, thanks for having me. This is exciting.
All right, let's get to why we want everybody to listen carefully, because you have a special offer for ESPN LA listeners. Tell me about it.
We're really happy to be part of the ESPN LA family and so grateful for everyone listening right now. We are giving the first 5 people who register now and every time this airs $1,000 off Invisalign or braces treatment. Just go to BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and enter the code SMILE and you're on your way.
So enter the code SMILE at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and I could get $1,000 off Invisalign?
Yes, absolutely.
And what if I wanted to just call the office? Can I get the offer that way?
Yes, absolutely. Just say SMILE and you heard it on ESPN.
877-7 Let's Do This.
Yes.
Or, Monica, as I like to say, BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
Hey, it's Steve Farr. If you're like me, you just don't want to watch the game. You want the best experience every time. That's why Absolute Sport is a game changer. VIP access to the biggest games, exclusive pregame parties, luxury hotels, whether it's courtside, ringside, or the 50-yard line, Absolute Sport makes sure you're there, not just watching, you're living the action. Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your next sporting experience absolutely unforgettable.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
There are some things you wouldn't mind being stuck with, like a large unexpected inheritance. An always on the verge of death phone that has to be plugged in just right so it charges is not one of those things. Switch to Verizon and we'll pay off your old phone, up to $800 via prepaid MasterCard, so you can get a new one. Just trade in any phone from our top brands on any unlimited plan. With new line on My Plan. Additional terms apply for trade-in and pay off your phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
Something amazing is happening in workplaces everywhere. Devices are learning how people work and adapting to help them get more done. That's because CDW is modernizing experiences with Dell's intelligent portfolio of devices. Thanks to built-in security and AI capabilities, your teams can work smarter wherever they may be. Dell and CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Dell Client.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Buenos dias.
So I want to, grow as a person, and so I want to admit when I don't know things, okay? So I am not the most aware person of rockets and space travel, okay? It's not really my area of expertise because I don't find that interesting, nor the person who owns those rockets very interesting. So yesterday, I was going to go to swim, and I look up into the sky, and there is a streak that's not a plane that looks like a comet bursting or something, and I'm like freaking out. What's this thing in the air? I posted on Twitter, and not 1, not 10, but like 25 men decided to tell me it's the SpaceX rocket.
It's a rocket. Yeah.
Get it? Cool. But they then proceeded to call me dumb and stupid. And I'm like, I just don't know about rockets. Okay, so my statement is, you care about rockets. Travis, Factor Cap.
Yeah. Fact. Somebody figured out how to do that. It blows my mind every time I see it. And you can see those SpaceX launches from my street. Like if you go outside, you can see that thing flying through the sky. Yeah, I'm impressed by it. Like I am. I just that is a high level of human achievement that I find very, very interesting.
Super. I keep telling you
I
in
find
the
it
morning.
scary because I didn't know what was happening. I
It's
didn't know
weird,
what this
right?
was.
You don't know what it looks like. I thought the aliens were coming. Yeah,
they do it a lot now, though. Those things are going up pretty regular.
That's why I go fact. I do care about rockets because what are we doing? There's a lot more rockets going up these days.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Okay, now put conspiracy DeMarco aside for a second. Could it just be because we have so much tech, we have so much technology, so many phones, you need to service the satellites that are up there.
And we live near SpaceX.
You live near SpaceX, neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just, we need to service all of the things like this that we use every day, all the technology we use, and satellites are a part of that.
I've been there in that area for 20 years now, combined.
Yeah.
And I've seen more rockets in the last year.
Yeah. Well, because
than the previous 19.
Okay, we basically shuttered NASA. It doesn't exist anymore. Okay, so everything that used to get launched at Cape Canaveral in Florida now gets launched here.
Oh, that's the difference. Okay, that makes sense. But it is weird when you see it. Like, what the heck is that?
It's like Star Wars.
Yeah, it is.
It's
crazy.
At the time, it was like a young kids swim practice, and so all the kids go, yeah!
It's cool.
So Beto, you care about rockets. Fact or cap?
Fact. I love when I see them up there, and I love when people get into conspiracies and say, oh, the chemtrails are coming to get us, all that other stuff. But no, it's cool because I wish I knew I was smart enough to work at SpaceX or any of those kind of places. I know a couple people that work there, and I have no idea what they're saying.
It's an achievement. It just isn't on my radar. It's not, the movie Friendship with Tim Robbins coming out in a couple of days. Anyway,
what?
Again, those are things that cross my radar, not SpaceX.
There's a movie coming out with Tim Robbins.
Tim Robinson.
Tim Robinson.
Sorry,
Tim Robinson.
I think you should leave, guy.
Yeah.
The Detroiters guy.
She's more excited about the movie than the rocket.
Yes.
Got it. Thank you.
It's
Okay.
more important in my world.
Got it.
Okay. The longest Snapchat streak has crossed 10 years and is currently sitting at 3,662 days. Do you guys know what a Snapchat streak is?
I do actually, believe it.
It's just that
Can you explain it?
Yeah. So if me and you Snapchatted 5 days in a row, like just I send you a picture, you send me a picture, that counts as a streak. But this streak for these people have been going on for 10 years.
You contact that person every day.
Yeah, you send them a picture, you send them a text, something
On
like
Snapchat.
that. It records it. And,
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And it'll give you a little fire emoji next to it and say, oh, your streak is gone 62 days, etc.
The same picture or different pictures?
Different pictures.
Okay, just connecting.
Yes,
It's like
connecting.
sending a text, but it's a different
Back and forth for 10 years? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So my statement is, there is someone outside of your partner that you text every day.
Cap.
Right, DeMarco?
No. Cap.
Okay, not even from work, anybody
Every
from
day?
life, every day.
No, Cap.
Okay,
No.
Beto.
No.
Oh, fact, my kids.
Hmm.
Simple as that. Everybody else not forget you.
Yeah, I don't think I text my mom every day.
The
but-
Mark, it's a Travis every day. We text
But I
about,
missed a few. It's not every day.
But we
It's
text
most
about
days.
baseball reference. Brian Harper,
it's
shout out
most
to that
days.
You wouldn't have the streak symbol. You'd have like every other
You
day.
broke
kind
our
of thing.
streak, Travis.
I got sick last week and I couldn't do the grid. I was
how dare you.
incapacitated.
Oh, look
I was gridless.
Travis?
No, it's the only person, and it's. I bet you it's. I've texted Susan probably 98% of the days, but it's not 100. There's been days
But
where
you
I haven't-
see her every day.
Yeah, but they're like I've gone on golf trips and stuff and missed a day where I haven't texted or seen her. It happens.
Me send texts. That same person send me text that day?
Yeah.
Does that count?
Yep.
Oh, then.
But
I may
every
have to-
day.
I may have to go fact
Yeah.
then. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
I text my kids 99%
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
time, but
Yeah.
it's not. There's missed days here and there.
Right. All right. So Friday is Valentine's Day, and on Valentine's Day, a lot of times people will go see a movie together, and oftentimes that's either a rom-com or a romantic movie. I know that's probably not your favorite genre at all.
Top Gun.
There is a rom-com
Kind of a rom-com.
that you actually enjoy watching.
A rom-com.
Let's go Beto first.
Yeah, a rom-com.
No idea what a rom-com is, so pass on me.
You
Romantic
know what
comedy.
a rom-com is.
No,
Don't
I
play
don't,
dumb.
I don't watch those kind of movies.
But you are aware what they are.
Give me an example.
When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, never watched it.
That doesn't mean that you don't know what it is.
That's like a chick flick, right?
So
I
there
guess
is-
that's the same thing,
Same
right?
idea.
Yeah, same. Have you seen
okay.
Along Came Polly?
Long Game Ball is pretty fun.
She's all
It is a rom-com, but a rom-com from the male perspective, I would argue.
What about the one where she doesn't remember anything?
Yes, 51st Dates, that is a rom-com.
Okay, I like that one.
Okay, great. So you like 51st Dates, DeMarco. There's a rom-com you actually enjoy
Sorry,
watching.
that's just not my
Yeah,
genre. I don't watch that. Top
Fact.
Gun.
I got several. I just don't ask me to name them, but I can be a rom-com guy.
Okay, you're
Yeah.
not like, ooh, rom-com?
No, not at all. No.
Is Bull Durham a rom-com?
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of.
I would say it.
Yeah.
There's a romantic relationship.
Okay, so I watched that.
Yeah.
Don't call me meek.
There you go. You're going to hit a drunk in a bar. You don't do it with your pitching hand.
I would argue if a romantic relationship is the center and it also is a comedy, it's a rom-com.
For love of the game.
Okay, yeah, that's a rom-com.
See?
Yeah. That's more of a rom-com than Bull Durham.
See, I know those.
Definitely.
Because the Bull Durham is, there's a romantic plot, but it's also his
about the
journey
game.
through baseball
Yes.
and trying to take this idiot with him.
Yes.
All right, Travis.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I just kind of Googled it real quick, and then some of these that popped up, like Can't Buy Me Love. I like
Saw
that
it.
movie.
Yeah.
That's a funny movie.
Oh, that's an 80s movie, right?
Yeah.
Is it with a speaker?
No, that's
Say Anything.
Say Anything. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's not my first choice, but there's a few that I don't mind.
I just watched Gladiator over and over. Sorry, I'm like that's kind
okay.
of a rom-com.
I don't know
That's
anybody
a
that
long movie.
dislikes rom-coms.
There are plenty of people that just
they're okay.
that
Well,
will
because
irk-
I don't watch those kind of. I don't, first of all, there's a reason I'm single, right? So and there's no
okay.
feelings from me,
Yeah.
so that I should tell you something.
I think it's like the idea that it's pulling, someone's leg in order to make them watch it. There are a lot of people that will watch it and might enjoy it. It's just not something that they're like, oh, another rom-com.
Yeah,
a lot of times people will act like that.
Coming to America is not a rom-com.
Yeah, it is.
Is Boomerang a
It's
rom-com?
about love. They found love.
I don't know what Boomerang is.
Eddie Murphy, his character comes to America to find love.
What about Boomerang?
That's a rom-com.
Yeah, that's
Boomerang's
good.
pretty
Right
great.
That's a
you
rom-com.
gotta look at the feet. You gotta look at the feet.
Oh my God, dude!
Okay.
Actually did that.
But
yeah, how stupid were we?
Coming to America
Smart.
is an Eddie Murphy movie.
Yeah, but it's
You know what I mean? But
it's Eddie Murphy in a rom-com.
It's Eddie Murphy being Eddie Murphy.
He just chewed it up. Yeah,
it's.
Ooh.
I don't.
How about this one, Trav, from Neil in the YouTube chat? Tin Cup.
Yeah, kind of.
I can't. Who's the love interest in Love?
Renee Russo.
Renee Russo. Okay, yeah.
I would say a lot of sports movies do have a love aspect to
Big
them.
time.
Most of them do.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's the one that got away is typically, or the one that's with the other person.
Or the girl that kind of pushes you to be a better version of yourself. Like, would you?
we don't like her.
Well, there are also, it has to be a comedy to be a rom-com, but you can have a romantic movie. It's like, I would say Casablanca is a romantic movie, but not a comedy.
What's The Notebook?
The Notebook is a romantic movie, not a comedy.
Movie. Okay,
not a rom-com.
those I avoid.
You don't.
Yeah, those I avoid.
Susan pitched
The
that one
super
other day.
sappy
The
ones.
super sappy love story
Remember,
movies I
I told
avoid.
you
those.
we went to the Boston movie, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck.
Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting.
Yeah,
We went to Good Will Hunting the other day in the theater.
Yeah.
Susan and I was telling you that. So they play old movies like every Thursday night. And The Notebook is the one that's playing this upcoming Thursday.
Because
really?
it's Valentine's
Because it's
Day.
Valentine's Day, and I
You know I'm going to say, right?
kiboshed it. I'm like, no.
This is the theater that's cold, right?
It is.
Yeah. that
Yeah.
one.
She better bring an extra jacket because I'm going to need hers.
Yep.
Like I said, you think you can embarrass me with that? You can't. Look, I am vulnerable to being embarrassed. It's not easy,
Just
but
not that.
it's possible.
That's
but that
not
ain't
it.
it. That is not it.
And
Factor
like,
cap.
Hitch is one of them.
Oh,
yeah,
Hitch is
for sure.
surrounded about being
For sure.
The Will Smith
romance.
movie.
That's
Hitch.
the one.
Oh,
where-
yeah, yeah.
where he
That's-
teaches
And
a
it's
guy.
comedy.
That's Kevin James too, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
This is where
he's
you
the
live.
white guy.
This
Yeah.
is where you live,
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah. Kevin James.
Is that the ear one? Like
When he
anyways.
puffs up because he ate
What's wrong with
something.
you?
Something
It's a
about
toothy.
Polly is a good.
Along
nailed it.
Came Polly.
Along Came Polly. So
Yes.
I mixed it with something about Mary. I mixed them together. Along Came Polly is a guy's rom com.
Exactly.
I got one for you.
Something about Mary is a guy's rom com.
Agreed.
Yes.
Which is okay.
Yeah.
The
Brett
Freddie
Favre.
Prince, Cape Cod.
Oh, not Fever Pitch.
Summer Catch.
Summer Catch.
Yeah. I'm still mad at him for leaving the no-hitter. Man.
Because Along Came Polly is like surrounded by that basketball scene with it's a lot of fart jokes, poop jokes, sweat jokes.
Summer Catch has a bunch of my buddies as extras because
does he?
they shot it in the Cape.
Oh, did he?
during that,
No
and
way.
They were playing in,
Wow.
in the Cape.
Freddie always says, it was Jessica Biel, bro. You leave. I'm like, no, it's a no-hitter. You don't leave.
You respect the no-hitter. Like,
Always.
Jessica Biel is
Always.
a beautiful, talented,
Always.
lovely woman. No-hitters don't get
Always.
If you think you're winning games because you're wearing women's underwear, then you are.
If she don't get it, she ain't the one.
Great point. Factor Caps brought to you by the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. You got a lot of choices in legal teams, but with Joe, family always comes first. That's a fact. Call 213-747-2000. That's the law office of Joseph S. Normand, or visit normandlegal.com. Pitchers and catchers. DeMarco, report today.
Unreal.
It is baseball season, my friend. I got thoughts. That's coming up. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
When it it comes to the NBA, Lakers and Luka, Sedano is all over.
Luka, lots of anticipation and fanfare for your debut here with the Lakers. How did it feel to play in a Laker uniform?
Special, man. The way they received me, everybody, teammates, front office, everybody here. I heard a lot of noise when I was introduced, so I really appreciate it. It was a special moment.
The home of the Lakers, Luka and Sedano and Cap is 710 ESPN.
This is the Doctor in the Dugout with Dr. Alan Byer, presented by Hoag Orthopedic Institute.
I'm often asked about people who suffer their first back injury, think they've pulled a muscle in their back, and they don't stretch enough as far as their back is concerned. So when do you seek care from a doctor when you've sustained a back injury? At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, we like to tell people that the most important thing is to watch and see if that back pain is radiating down your leg, causing any numbness, causing any weakness, or any bowel or bladder dysfunction. These are surgical problems usually and require a more urgent visit to the emergency room rather than waiting to see the doctor. If none of these signs are present, it's safe to wait it out, rest for a few days, and seek medical care from your doctor within a week or so. Hope that helps. Keep stretching your back. If that doesn't get better in a week or 10 days, that's when it's time to seek the orthopedic specialist. Hope this keeps you on the field, and keep listening. We'll be back soon.
Keep listening for more on the road to recovery right here on 710 ESPN.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
If you are what you say you are.
We came up with a Wedding Crashers.
Yes, that's a rom-com.
Those are male perspective rom-coms.
And I have not seen Wedding Crashers.
Come on!
There's a girls that they're chasing after.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
How are you a movie aficionado not knowing that classic?
When did that movie come out?
I don't know.
2000-ish.
Yeah.
What about Swingers?
I haven't seen it. These are on my list.
You're so money. You don't
but
even
hey,
know it.
you know what? I probably won't like them.
See,
you might like
You would not like Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
You might like Swingers.
You would like Swingers.
You might like Swingers.
Yeah.
That's
You
from,
would- Wedding Crashers is not in the Emily Hebel fairway. You would like Swingers.
It's Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rachel McAdams and Isla Fisher.
I do love Rachel McAdams.
Yeah.
I think you would enjoy it. Maybe
Hot
not
Tub
love
Time
it.
Machine.
Hey, I don't know. Is that a romantic
Time
comedy?
Machine.
No,
Come on.
it's
That's
not,
what I thought.
But it's gross and funny and stupid.
Stupid.
If you lead with gross, it's a no
But
for
it's
me.
funny.
Not gross. Like it's just it's juvenile gross.
Yeah,
It's a good time. It's a good
Hey,
time.
look, notice I didn't say I didn't like
Right.
it. Yeah.
Old school? Because you have the romantic in there. You have the women chasing.
No.
No? Good.
No.
Then
I
that's my
would say
jam.
no to old school because there really isn't like a resolution of a love story in that.
Like, do you guys understand like A plot, B plot is? Like when you're talking about a movie, like an
Yes.
A plot is like the main driving force of this movie, B plot is like the secondary force of this movie. So it's like the main goal of this movie is to get the girl.
Yes.
That's a romantic comedy.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I thought Wedding Crashers was just
That's
a party.
Wedding Crashers.
That's just a party.
No,
Okay.
but the plot is they're knuckleheads that go to parties and then they fall in love and want the girls.
Where would
That's
you slot Animal House?
Just a raunchy comedy.
Raunchy comedy?
Yeah.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Because there's like college raunchy
Revenge
comedy.
of the Nerds.
Revenge of the
is
Nerds. Yeah.
Canceled.
Definitely cancel.
Lamar, bro. You can't talk about Lamar.
No, not just that.
Look, just saying Revenge of the Nerds puts you on very thin ice. Very thin ice.
Canceled,
I'm
yes.
just saying,
John Goodman was good.
That's one of those, you shouldn't even talk about that.
I got you.
There's not one scene in that movie that doesn't go, wait,
Except
what?
for the John Goodman coach character.
John
It's
Goodman
so
yelling
funny.
at his football players is the only part that you could still do.
If I were you, I would redeem myself.
What he's suggesting is to go beat up weak kids.
Yep.
You know, like it's like, come on, man.
Can I give a suggestion for anyone listening that's like trying to, get a rom-com for Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Palm Springs. It's a fantastic
Andy
movie.
Samberg?
Yeah, Andy Samberg and
it's like Groundhog Day,
Kristen Milotti. Yes, but it's modern and it came out 5 years ago. It takes place in Palm Springs, but it's really, really solid movie. I had my family rewatch it. Watch it for the first time. I rewatched it over Christmas break. It always hits.
See, not there. It's close to how you feel about Jimmy Fallon. I feel about Sandberg.
Andy Samberg, say no more.
Yeah,
but he's not necessarily trying to be super funny in this.
Yeah,
it's like a.
It might be.
It just doesn't work for you.
It's maybe. I don't know.
We've all
it's
got
not
those.
quite Fallon, but he's close.
It's just one of the.
You don't like him?
He doesn't like Fallon.
I'm right there with you. Stop singing.
Stop jazz handing and singing and standing next to someone who does the thing.
Yeah.
But you don't like Lazy Sunday. Like, you don't like his, cold open, not cold open,
I do.
digital short stuff,
Yeah.
DeMarco, right?
No, I did. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
There are
no.
some people that just no, that's not for me.
Yeah.
That's not for me.
Yeah. Anyway, see, now here we're breaking down rom-coms. I like it.
Well, I never really thought of it.
A-plot and B-plot.
Yeah.
Well, it's a couple days before Valentine's Day.
So Luka is A-plot and LeBron is B-plot. Did I beat you to it?
Hey, now I get it.
The heavens are, the angels
There
are
we
singing.
go.
The heavens have
Wrapped
opened
it all
up.
around.
All right,
Yeah.
A-plot or B-plot. Who gets the opening day start for the Dodgers? That's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The city of champions just got even brighter.
From Slovenia, Luka Doncic.
Luka's rocking the purple and gold, teaming up with LeBron, the king himself.
Here comes LeBron back the other way. LeBron down the middle. Another three. Good again.
And don't forget about Austin Reeves, ready to shine.
Stolen by Austin Reeves. Reeves to the rim. Slam dunk for a new career high.
Catch all the action, all the passion, all the drama, all the big shots.
Doncic dribbling one-on-one against Walker Kessler. Three-pointer over Kessler. It's good. Luka's first three is a Laker, and the place goes nuts.
Follow the Lake Show all season long as they look to make history. Luka, LeBron, and the Lake Show live here.
But how dangerous can this team be?
Very dangerous.
On 710 ESPN.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, you know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second
to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for...
Now.
Buenos dias.
What do you mean? I assume it's one of the parents.
Right.
That's there.
Right.
Parents have bias. I got you. Okay. I see.
Yes, sir.
I see.
DeMarco and I are discussing the intricacies of the Game Changer app. I guess it's an app.
It's an
right?
app.
Yeah.
What's that? Tell me more. I don't know what it is.
Keep score of your child's youth sports, and it allows you to follow it from a distance.
So when we played Little League, we just played Little League. We didn't care about stats. Now you can track everything.
Does a parent get assigned to be the clicker?
That's the point we were trying to make.
Okay.
I'd never thought of the downside of Game Changer until I met Travis.
The input matters.
The
person putting the input is important.
Because you can use that to get your college scholarships if people can't be
that's
on
why
tape.
That's why I take it with an enormous grain of salt.
Okay.
That yes.
Did you hear this about John Stockton?
What about John Stockton?
And the Jazz
yes.
stat guys would inflate his stats?
I have heard that.
Okay. Well, if they can do it for him, then I see why this could be a bad thing. Which means I need to monitor my own kid to match with Game Changer. And then
we can.
Or am I going to be that sort of parent?
Let's have this discussion between the two of us.
Did you track your Little League stuff?
Like I said, I have deep thoughts on this.
Okay.
I didn't track Little League, but we did have for swimming. So for swimming, I would keep track of my times.
Swimming, but see, here's the difference.
That's a clock.
The time is what the time is.
It's an automatic board
that
gets
time
your time.
is you swam that race in 4 minutes, 16 seconds, and 2/3. In baseball, was that a hit or an error?
Right.
Well, I don't know.
In a matter of
rebound
opinion.
or assist.
What?
Or a
An
rebound or assist.
Or he did or he didn't get the rebound.
I have discussions with the guy that does it for the NFL.
Yeah.
That scores for the NFL.
Yeah.
A pass breakup.
Yeah.
That is a whole conversation.
Sure.
Like, what do you determine, or a quarterback hit?
And when you are getting paid on those metrics, it's important.
Absolutely. I didn't know there was a guy that did that.
Yeah.
When I met him,
Somebody's
we argue.
keep track of it,
we
right?
argue every day now.
I talked to a guy in line too when I was getting food that worked for Next Gen Stats, and I was talking to him about what he was doing. It's just interesting because it's something we care about a lot. You have to compare this person to that person, and eventually 20 years from now people aren't going to be able to see these videos.
True.
And so you might have to rely on stats for explanation for things.
Back to the linebackers and stuff. Like if you just get past the optics of it and you look at numbers, London Fletcher's in the Hall of Fame just by tackles. But if you remember that some of those came 20 yards downfield, it changes things. Right.
Yeah, tackling a guy 1 inch short of the goal line after he gained 30 yards is not a good play.
No doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
By the way, we had someone call in and wanted to suggest he thinks that The Princess Bride is the best rom-com.
I love that movie. I really do.
Travis?
Hello, lady.
I like that movie. I don't love it.
Yeah.
I don't dislike
Inigo
it.
Montoya?
It's very
you
funny.
killed my father.
That's when my favorite guy is it's inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
I find that guy hilarious.
Iocane powder.
And why can I think of her name? The princess.
Princess Buttercup?
What's the actress's name?
Robin
Wright.
Yeah.
Robin Wright is beautiful and she's great, like all those things, but generally speaking, that movie kind of hits me in the middle somewhere, but the inconceivable guy gets me every
Billy
time.
Crystal?
I like when he goes, that word doesn't think what you think it means.
Right.
That gets me every
So
single
the
time.
two most quoted things in my family's household is The Princess Bride. It's the first movie my parents saw on a date, or at least that's what they tell me. That's
Top
their
Gun
lore.
Maverick.
No. The other one is My Cousin Vinny.
Oh, yeah.
It is quoted so many times
yeah.
in my home, I want to tear my hair out.
Did you say Utes?
What's a Ute?
Are you sure about those 5 minutes?
Yes,
no
sir.
one would make, no self-respecting Southerner uses instant grits.
Instant
The
grits.
defense
That's
is
right.
wrong.
Them hominy grits. Yeah. Spring training.
ESPN LA
already.
and
Yeah.
Beverly Hills Orthodontics, they are teaming up because they want to know who's making you smile here in Los Angeles and SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. You could be talking about a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan. you can nominate yourself. You can do that as well. Cool prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatments, and, of course, the grand prize Invisalign. Enter your nominee right now at ESPNLA.com. And remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
I guess that was a while back.
What was?
Okay, the day. Can you remember the day Freddie Freeman hit the Grand Slam?
The
actual
exactly?
date.
I bet you I can get close.
Okay.
I want to guess too.
I'm going to guess.
I'm hoping you'll look it up.
October
Go ahead.
26th.
Are you looking this up?
My guess is October 28th.
Okay.
And I'm going to look it up right now.
Yeah.
Because it seems like it was yesterday. Because when I said spring training is already here, I'm like, wait a minute, that happened.
It was the last week in October.
Right.
So
okay.
whatever that was.
I want to say it's the 25th because I'm looking at my
25th?
calendar and I was at
25th, Laura?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the Friday of
close.
this
Day off.
weekend.
That's pretty good.
I mean, but that's a while back.
Yeah. I mean, yes and
All
no.
that Halloween gear is locked up.
Yeah.
Waiting. That's what I'm saying.
Well, it falls in a weird spot in the calendar because football is just in it.
Starting to hit the gear.
Just really starting to go. It's November. We're just about there where division races are starting to take shape and all that stuff. But look, baseball is a long haul, dude. It's basically February through the end of October if you've got a really good team.
If you've got a really good team like the Dodgers do. But it just seems like spring training came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like we're still on the parade float. We're still walking down the street celebrating, but here we are again.
Yeah, if you're one of those, but again, keep in mind, most teams have been home for at least a month.
Sachs said that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I never thought of that. You're right.
Yeah.
They've been off for a while.
Just
the Dodgers haven't.
The Dodgers have not.
The Dodgers are starting earlier than other teams because they're playing those games in Japan.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
They've got games next month.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, they've got games like in the middle of the month too, like not towards the end of the month, in the middle of the month. They play the Cubs in Japan.
When you were pitching, when you were done, when were you finished at Santa Barbara? Done for the year?
Season?
Done for the season. I can put this down.
End of May.
End of May, you were done.
Yeah.
When did you pick up a ball again?
For Santa Barbara to continue to play.
Santa Barbara.
Not until school opened
Not
again
until school opened.
Late September.
Just for fun. How long did you take off is what I'm trying to say.
I would go from the end of my college season directly into my summer season.
Right into something else.
Maybe you might take 10 days, a couple of weeks, but you kept going.
What did Sachs say? You go to spring training to get into baseball
Game shape. Yeah.
What does that mean?
So it's changed, right? So a million years ago when guys had, day jobs selling suits because they couldn't make enough money playing baseball, guys would show up to spring training overweight, out of shape. And you would spend spring training getting
what he meant.
extra weight off. Then once guys started to make a living doing, like a real living doing it, you showed up in shape, but your arm might not be in base. You wouldn't be overweight. You would be physically okay, but, swinging a bat, taking ground balls, throwing a bunch from the outfield, from the mound, from the infield or whatever to kind of work your way into playing every day. This is the thing about baseball that I love about it, but is also why I get, and I don't try to talk people off at this point, why it makes it tedious for so many people. They play every day for 6 months.
Every single
play
day.
Every day for 6 months. This is one of my favorite random trivia questions. Do you know, take the All-Star break out, okay? Do you know how many off days a Major League Baseball player has from the time that the season starts till it ends?
I never added it, but Kruk told me you get 2 Tuesdays off a month.
Yeah.
And that's it.
You get 18 days off a season. 18.
18
where
days.
you're not playing a game.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. So, but I think every sport kind of switched over. You don't come to training camp in the NFL to get in shape.
No, you better
you
show up
come
ready to go.
in shape and ready to go.
Yeah, you better.
So what Sachs meant was you don't come here to lose weight.
You
lose weight before you get there and you get in baseball shape.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You guys, Dodgers don't have any fat guys or overweight dudes.
No. That's not. This is to just sand down get the rust off, sand down some rough edges, and go
start
into
throwing the ball around.
I think what's interesting is because the Dodgers kind of have like 2 opening days, right? They have the Japan opening day, and then they have the opening day here at Dodger Stadium where they play the Tigers, I believe.
Yeah.
So they get kind of 2 bites at the apple. And this is entirely ceremonial, but also kind of prestigious at the same time. Who gets to pitch those opening day games? And because the Dodgers have so many stars.
Well, you know who's going to pitch in Japan.
I know who's going to pitch in Japan. Well,
you know
he's 3 Japanese pitchers.
You know he's going to pitch.
Which one? Who's he?
He. There's only one he on this team.
And it's not going to be him. He won't be ready.
He's not going to pitch in Japan.
He won't pitch till May or maybe even June.
Okay, well, the other two then. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's going to be Yamamoto in Japan.
What did you think of Jaime saying, Mr. Harin, that I would not pitch him? Or was that Mickey? Mickey said that. Mickey said that.
Talking about Ohtani.
What did you think about that? Because we kicked that around a few times.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I would let him pitch until it is clearly affecting his offensive production.
So let him go until?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Until something happens
until,
it gets sore.
Look, he went from, if he goes from 50-50 to 20-20 and his pitching is just okay, we got to make a decision here. Right?
Yeah.
But if he goes from 50-50 to 35-35 or 35-10 or whatever it is, and he's pitching pretty well, then you let that thing roll as long as you can.
I like Ohtani the bat.
Yeah.
I do. Ohtani, the dual, whatever, the pitching hitting guy is great. That's fun. Ohtani, just the bat, just as good, in my opinion. Just as good.
There's an argument for that.
Especially when you have that many arms anyway. That you don't need him to pitch.
The argument for both, it's the same argument both ways.
Yeah.
I don't have to have either one of these things. I can really use both, or I can take one or the other. I don't have to have both. Are the Dodgers going to score? Let's just say Shohei Ohtani woke up this morning and said, you know what? All I want to do is pitch. They're going to score runs?
Yes.
A ton of runs. Let's just say if tomorrow he decided, you know what, I don't ever want to throw another pitch. You worried about the Dodgers
on the
pitching?
Mound too.
They're fine both ways.
Okay, so the other question was, if he's not going to steal like you think, you said 15, right?
I think 15.
Less than 15.
I agree.
Well, then why about him at leadoff?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
And maybe they won't. Maybe they'll shuffle it a little bit.
I'm trying to think, where do you put him if he's not leadoff?
Well, okay, it's
Clean
not,
up?
but there's the leadoff that you're thinking of, DeMarco, I think is a little bit of an older way to look at the leadoff spot, because the way that sabermetricians, right, which I hate that word, but baseball analytics people, who's your best hitter? He bats first. Who's your second best hitter? He bats second. Who's your third best hitter? Because over the course of a season, the guy that bats first is going to get
more
20 at-bats more than the guy that bats second, is going to get 20 more than the guy that bats third. So Ohtani's my best hitter. He bats first. Not because he's going to steal bases, but because I want him to hit more often.
Yeah.
So they may leave him there because of that. But if you're just looking for him to drive in a bunch of runs, 3, 4, 5.
Doesn't that lengthen your career too?
Yeah, maybe. But he's in
fine.
a good spot.
Yeah,
Who do you think gets that opening day start? Because it's going to be Yamamoto. Sasaki's the rookie. He's not going to get it. Otani's not going to be ready.
The one in Japan?
No, Yamamoto gets game one in Japan. Who gets game one in L.A. against the Tigers? Because I think it's a decision between two guys.
Yamamoto and who?
No, I don't think it's Yamamoto.
Really?
Because he got the other one. So he's not going to get them both, I don't think. He
Why wouldn't he?
Right? Because you can give it to two guys. It's a unique opportunity, and you have multiple guys
Who's
to give
your
it
two
to.
guys?
I think it's a decision between Glasnow and Snell.
To be your opening day starter here.
Yeah.
How did you come to that?
Yeah, because, well, easily with Snell. Snell's the only guy on this team not named Clayton Kershaw that's got Cy Young Awards.
Yeah.
Right. He's a 2-time Cy Young Award winner. He's your big free agent acquisition in the offseason. And quite frankly, he's probably your best pitcher.
Okay.
Right? Like he's probably your best guy. Glasnow is the guy that had the honor last year and did nothing to not earn it again. He just got hurt. Right? So he's probably second in line. Sasaki's the rookie. He's at the very bottom. Otani's not ready, so he's not in the mix.
Let me take a picture of you. Look, you should see your face right now.
I'm just saying that this is what it's so stupid about this whole thing. That Blake Snell, who's never thrown a pitch for the Dodgers, who you've got all-stars and all these things, Snell is their best guy.
I thought Yamamoto was going to be your guy.
Yamamoto will do the Japan one.
The Japan one.
Yeah.
And he's still your guy.
And he's still your guy. By the way, he might pitch the next day.
It's a great honor to Snell to say, hey, we also think that you're
Tremendous.
going to be the anchor of this team.
But don't you think this is weird? Like all these pitchers, all these arms? Don't you think this is a bit unfair?
I think it's weird if you weren't a Dodger fan.
Don't you think this is strange?
No, I think it's
look at him over there.
Contingency plan. It's so that you don't run into what you've run into in the past, where you just run out of arms. These guys are going to get injured, and they're trying to do their best to cover themselves.
Not only did they have a lot of options. I'm not crazy.
Yes.
They got through the playoffs with multiple bullpen days. They had a day where it was an elimination day against the Padres. You lose, your season's over. Dave's probably down the road. God knows what happens. So what did they run out there? A friggin' bullpen day. Like, that's how thin they were.
They had to yank early.
They were in a weird situation. Like, we don't have anybody left.
I think those days might be over.
And they said, we're not going to let that happen again. We'll go get everybody.
If they do go on a run and become a dynasty, this will still be your favorite run because of how they did it. From here on out, it's going to be an expectation to win.
Oh, it has been for a while, and it just I don't
it's
know
ramped
what
up.
I don't.
Now.
Yeah, what
yeah.
I don't, the Dodgers have for the last 10 years. Let's say it was a win the World Series, or your season was at least on some level of disappointment.
Please win the World Series.
And now they did win the World Series.
Yeah.
They've gotten even better. What is beyond you better win the World Series? Because that's what they are. Whatever the next stop on the train tracks are after World Series or bust, they're the next thing past that.
Did you see the Chiefs fans when they left early?
Yeah.
How shocked they looked. That's you right now.
They have
the expectations is through here. Yes.
I've never seen expectations on a baseball team like this before. Never.
Even if you lose your top guys, you still are in it.
Look, when you start to think about it, how many different guys would have to either wildly underperform or be unavailable? Like 5, 6?
So many people. There's something I want to say and can't. That's how many people you'd have to lose. Yeah.
I want to know what you want to say.
No,
That's
I
coming
won't
up
say
next.
that.
Plus, oh, by the way, Luka's got a chance to do something we've seen twice here very, very recently that have nothing to do with the NBA. That's coming up. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Saw my friends from Rotolo Chevrolet yesterday. Saw Eddie, who, of course, is a huge part of everything that's going on at Rotolo Chevrolet. We're talking about Mike Capozio. We're talking about Eddie. We're talking about Frank. We're talking about all the guys at Rotolo Chevrolet, Michael and Armando, and all the folks that I've gotten to know out there for years and years and years. They become friends of mine, and they're guys that just know what's up, and they know how to take care of you. If you've been thinking about a Chevy Silverado, a Chevy car or truck, you got to go to Rotolo Chevrolet in Fontana because they're going to make you feel great about your purchase. Transparent, courtesy, up front. They're going to make sure that you know every step of the process. I know because I've been through it with the Silverados, bought cars from Rotolo Chevrolet, and it's all true. That's why they've won Dealer of the Year 13 years in a row. So if you've been thinking, go to Rotolo Chevrolet. Right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit. You cannot miss it. That's all the Chevy cars and trucks. And if Fontana's not in your neck of the woods, go online, rotolochevy.com. That's ROTOLO, rotolochevy.com, and tell them that Travis sent you.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Luka Doncic is a Laker. He was in the house. Number 77 shirts all around the building. All the celebrities were there. Luka and LeBron, the next star pairing for your Los Angeles Lakers. It is here.
Yeah, baby.
And we will be reacting to all of it after their first game on Sedano and Cap at 3 o'clock here on 710 ESPN.
Hey, everybody. Excited to have with me in studio the one and only Dr. Monica Madden from Beverly Hills Ortho. Hi, Dr. Madden.
Hi. Thanks for having me. This is exciting.
All right. Let's get to why we want everybody to listen carefully because you have a special offer for ESPN LA listeners. Tell me about it.
We're really happy to be part of the ESPN LA family and so grateful for everyone listening right now. We are giving the first 5 people who register now and every time this airs $1,000 off Invisalign or braces treatment. Just go to BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and enter the code SMILE and you're on your way.
So enter the code SMILE at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and I could get $1,000 off Invisalign?
Yes, absolutely.
And what if I wanted to just call the office? Can I get the offer that way?
Yes, absolutely. Just say SMILE and you heard it on ESPN.
877-7 Let's do this.
Yes.
Or, Monica, as I like to say, BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
This February, the Genesis Invitational heads to Torrey Pines in San Diego. Be there when moments become legendary. The roars echo through the trees, and champions rise. The Genesis Invitational welcomes the world's best golfers, including Scottie Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa, and more to Torrey Pines February 13th through 16th for the Genesis Invitational. This is where legends are made. Get your tickets today at genesisinvitational.com.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
There are some things you wouldn't mind being stuck with, like a large unexpected inheritance. An always on the verge of death phone that has to be plugged in just right so it charges is not one of those things. Switch to Verizon and we'll pay off your old phone. Up to $800 via prepaid MasterCard so you can get a new one. Just trade in any phone from our top brands on any unlimited plan. With new line on My Plan. Additional terms apply for trade-in and pay off your phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
This ESPN Radio Black History Month moment is brought to you by National University.
Considered one of the best defensive players in NBA history, Bill Russell led the Boston Celtics to 11 championships and won 5 MVPs. In 1966, he became the first black coach in NBA history when he became the Celtics player coach. He led Boston to back-to-back titles in 1968 and 69. He was inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame in 1975.
Built for the dreamers and doers and history makers. Start your journey at nu.edu.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
All right, so I've given this a little time to breathe, and I don't want to upset you, but you lost your basketball game?
Oh, yeah. We got beat by a better team. Yeah, I can admit that.
Did you get outcoached?
We got outcoached. Yeah, it's the first team we ran into all year that actually had plays. Just for us. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Who did they take out?
They took away our best player.
Okay.
I almost said the name. They took away our best player and forced the others to step up. It
it's
was
a good game plan.
Classic NBA.
Yeah.
Classic NBA. Yes.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
And they ran screens. Yeah,
good ones?
Good enough.
Good enough?
To get their player free. Yeah, it was
When
good.
did you know it was a wrap? Early.
Early. Yeah. It was fun, though. Good experience. I almost brought the medal in. I should have brought the medal in.
Did you get the silver?
Finalists. It says finalists.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool, though. I'm proud of the girls. It was great. We're going to do All-Star, and we vowed to keep the team together, which I thought was the most important thing.
Can you do that?
We can't. It's a draft.
Oh, okay.
But they want to stay together, and we're going to do summer ball together.
Okay.
So we built a team. We just lost.
Because usually the draft is the great equalizer, right?
Oh, big time. Yeah.
It's not like pro sports. Everybody goes back into the draft every year.
I do know for a fact they're going to keep our best player and my daughter on separate teams.
Are they picks 1 and 2 or 1 and 3 or whatever it
somewhere
is?
Somewhere in there. But together, there's a lot of bodies hitting the floor.
Yeah. So you got to treat, I don't know if it's your daughter or the other girl, but somebody's got to be the one that goes through that screen, DeMarco, that makes the other side reluctant to want to set the next one.
Have you heard of that guy, Jocko? The guy on YouTube, he's like I think he's a Navy SEAL. He's Jocko.
I don't think so.
If anything bad happens to you, he goes, good.
Yeah.
It's good. So it's good we got beat because we have to figure out a way not to get beat. We got hit with screens that we didn't know how to defend. Good. Now we have to figure out how to defend them. I love
good.
This stuff.
Don't happen again. Won't let it happen again.
Exactly. Everything is good. Anything bad, he comes back at you with good.
What was your? Did you guys go get pizza or something after the game?
We go to this little neighborhood joint that's been open forever called Lamppost Pizza.
Oh yeah. I know.
You know Lamppost Pizza.
Of course, sure.
My! Both teams were there.
Oh, okay.
It was awesome.
Everybody
they were over
gets
there.
along. Please, I don't know if it's still like it was in the 80s,
Video
games. Yeah,
yes.
pinball and pop a
Fun,
shot and all
great
that.
Pizza, and the kids aren't looking. Dad sneaks a beer.
You have to sneak it?
Well, of course. Come on now. You got to set a good example. We have to wait until you're out of the room.
It's illegal. It's not like you're shooting heroin at the table.
But it's kind of funny when you got little kids around and we're pounding
Well, I'm
beers.
not saying that you get wasted, but you can have a glass of beer.
You don't feel weird when you got your kids around the team and you got a pitcher on the table? No? Okay. No. That always struck me as weird.
No, look, if I had a funnel and I'm doing beer bongs, sure, not cool. But if me and 4 dads order a couple of pitchers of beer and we're sitting around, that's okay.
Have you ever gotten a drink at Disneyland?
Yeah, I mean, sneak off to do it, though.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. You guys hang out right here. Dad will be right back.
By the way, DeMarco, that guy, Rocco, who's that his name is?
Jocko.
Yes. I'm sure that
Jaylen Hurts would probably appreciate him because he's, gone through it. Everything bad that's happened to Jaylen Hurts.
Oh, yeah.
He's come back and been better. He got benched in Alabama. He's come back better. He loses a Super Bowl, comes back better.
Yeah, he outplayed Mahomes the first time.
Yeah.
They just lost. I know. Does he enter elite status now?
He's getting there.
Because I keep forgetting to put Jordan Love on my list.
Jordan Love. Oh, I don't think Jordan Love is in the neighborhood.
No, but we used the top 5 teams ahead of the Rams. I'm I keep forgetting about him. I mean, I have to shoehorn Jaylen Hurts into the conversation.
Jaylen Hurts is in the conversation.
As one of the elites.
He's in the conversation of... Here, I'm not going to argue against him, but here's what we have not seen from him. You're down 10 points, and there's 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Let's see it. Right? They've been in control of these games for the most part. And in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, he did leave with a lead. It's just that Mahomes got the ball back again, and Mahomes went and did what he does. But I think to be what we're talking about, it needs to be, they're going to lose. Oh, wait, what? No, they didn't. Right? That's what Mahomes did. That's what Brady did. That's what Montana did. That's what Elway did. That's what Matthew Stafford did it. Right?
Yeah,
where those guys that's like, hey, listen, I know they're probably going to lose, but it ain't over yet. And that they do it over and over. He hasn't done that yet.
I had to pull the Undertaker, and you're just like,
Say again? Pull the Undertaker.
Yeah, they had to pull an Undertaker. They had to come out from the casket.
Come up, stand up, and go. It could be his genius, and tell me if I'm wrong. You were here with Matt Leinart in SC.
Mm-hmm.
How many comebacks did Matt Leinart have?
Not a ton, but a few. Enough to make you go, they still got a real good chance here. And the most perfect example of it was when they were in South Bend against Notre Dame.
They were in the push.
That was the Bush push.
The Bush push.
But even before that, they were 4th and 10 on like their own 30-yard line.
Okay, gotta have it, made a play.
Gotta have it, and I think it was Dwayne Jarrett who they went to. That Leinart checked out of the play. He saw something. He saw a 1-on-1. He's like, I'm going here. And it worked. And then they just went boom, 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 and they won the game, and they were off and running.
The reason the college example is his strength may not be getting into those situations.
Maybe, and that's a hell of a strength.
Yeah, getting on this bull and riding this juggernaut into the end zone and blowing you out.
I think
constantly
we've gone with him, in my opinion, is there's no more. He might give us one. Like, he's not doing that. Right,
yeah.
He's not going to mess it up. He's not going to be the guy that blows up and says, he had a 3-interception game and gave his team no chance to win the game. I think we've taken that. Like, for instance, you mentioned Dak Prescott earlier.
Yes,
Dak Prescott and Jordan Love could have one of those. Yeah, there it is. Like, no,
the bad moment,
the bad moment at the worst possible time. Hurts hasn't had that.
He hasn't had that. The thing that strikes me about him is how unflappable he is. It seems like every step is measured. You know what I mean? Like, there's
almost
no wasted motion.
Almost to the point of, you okay, dude?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, just, you all right?
I respect that. I mean, there are a lot of guys out there that when you pressure them, the worst comes out of them.
Mm-hmm.
They start throwing it everywhere. It seems like you just can't rattle this guy. On the field and off. His press conferences are very short.
I think that's one of the points that M is that he is somebody that has had
He's been
failure,
through it.
disappointment, marginalization, whatever those emotions are. Nick Saban benched him at halftime of the national championship game, and he hadn't lost a game all season.
How many guys have come back from that?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That could have been devastating, and instead he transferred. He was really good there, went to the NFL, was not drafted probably where he expected to be, went to work, was in Philadelphia, was one of those, let's just see if this is good enough until we have to go get another one. Turns out they got a great player.
What I don't know? What's his contract situation?
He's not up now. I know that.
He's not up now.
Right. Like, this isn't a Purdy Stafford situation where you got to figure this out today.
That's going to be weird. I wonder where you slot him, where you pay him, where you pay a guy like Jaylen Hurts.
He'll get the most. Because it's his turn.
Max value.
Who's ever at the top,
yep,
he will get that plus a little bit more.
So I do
That's
know
just
this,
how that works,
and
right?
It's not a knock on him or his style. I just remember Tony Gonzalez way back in the day. He was clearly Kansas City's number one option at receiving option.
Yep.
But when it came time to pay him, they said, you're a tight end. Tight ends make.
They did the same thing with Jimmy Graham.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes, Jimmy Graham was the guy. He's the number one option. Okay,
Yeah.
I want to be paid like a number one option. Nope, you're a tight end.
You're a tight end. We're going to pay you like one.
Right.
Yeah.
So Jaylen Hurts is up. Well, you don't have the yards. You don't have comebacks.
He's the quarterback.
He'll
get paid like quarterbacks.
Right.
They don't pay quarterbacks based on how many comebacks. They pay them on how, A, if they're young and up, and B, do you win a lot, and he does.
I think they would fight him over it, though. And then cave later.
I don't know,
but take
man.
it to the hill. Like, you want to hold out, that's fine. While we audition Kenny Pickett.
Just,
that's one of those. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Please.
Right.
Because you know what? You want to do that? I know that it's cap sport and all that stuff, but my price just went up. You want to do?
Thank you.
I'm asking for X. If you do that, knock yourself out.
It just went to Z.
We went to X plus 20%, and I'm not playing.
There you go. What were you saying?
In April 2023, he signed a 5-year contract. He will be with the team until 2028. The first no trade clause
Yeah.
First no trade, 5-year deal. Any what was the value?
5-year, $255.
Well, how much of it's guaranteed? That's the number that matters.
I need to find it. I don't have it right here.
The guaranteed's the number that they can't wiggle off the hook of.
They don't have to worry about paying him for a while. No, You're good.
They're going to be good for a long time.
That's what I keep saying.
And in the NFL, a long time is what, 3 years?
3 to 5 years for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I mean, LeBron, it could be forever.
Basketball's a little different because if
it could be forever.
Yeah,
he could play until he's 50. But that's what I'm saying. Everything that you talk about the Eagles and how dominant they're going to be, it goes back to the Rams and Matthew Stafford. If you want to compete, if you want another Lombardi, you're going to have that guy at QB.
Probably.
Right. I'd rather have Stafford.
I would too.
Facing Philadelphia than Sam Darnold.
Me too.
As of today. That could change through an entire season.
Me too.
Right.
However, that dude with the spiky hair on the sideline is pretty good at what he does.
He's not bad.
And if you this is where it isn't a 100-0 negotiation. It's tilted in the quarterback's favor. But I've got some tools in my toolbox too.
True.
I've got a coach.
But
I've got an executive that can put this thing back together again.
Andy Reid had Mahomes.
No. I'm not saying it's
and he almost got shut out.
I get it. I'm not saying it fixes every problem, but it fixes a lot of them.
I'm with you, and I can coach too.
Yeah.
But Andy Reid had Mahomes, Mahomes almost got knocked cold.
I want him coming back.
Yeah.
They're better with Stafford than without, but if it doesn't work out, it's not, blank, what are we going to do now?
True.
It's not that.
And here's a clarification on the guaranteed money. So the contract includes just over $110 million fully guaranteed money at the point of signing, and $175 million is guaranteed in the event of injury.
So $285 million is guaranteed?
No. That's not what I think it's read those numbers again.
The contract includes just over $110 million in fully guaranteed money at the point of signing.
Signing, $100
million
in my pocket.
$179 million is guaranteed in the event of injury.
If he gets hurt.
Oh, if he gets hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Yeah. Okay, so $100 million in the pocket.
They guaranteed him $100 million. The rest
all depends on what Purdy gets.
Right. The rest of it is sure it does.
Right.
He will get.
Yeah.
Who makes the most? I'll take that plus 6%.
I mean, if Purdy comes in at a big deal and you're Jaylen Hurts, aren't you be like, yeah, do I get a tip? Right.
I'd ask.
Why not?
I'd ask, and they might say, wait your turn. You got to wait 2 more years, and we'll go through it. But
if you have to wait to be asked, then the price has gone up.
Maybe.
You should go to him now.
And that's the risk you take.
Absolutely.
Or he gets hurt, or his performance declines, and you avoided it. This is true. Poker. You just don't know.
You never know. But as of right now, elite status for Jaylen Hurts.
Ohtani, Stafford, Luka. It's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. It is basketball season now. Football season is in the rearview mirror. We've got, of course, the All-Star Weekend, which is coming up right now. A great time to play Prize Picks, right? Not only can you get in on the All-Star Game, not only can you get in on all the NBA action with your favorite players, but you can play the events of All-Star Weekend, like the 3-point contest at Prize Picks. All you got to do is pick more and pick less on 2 or more players, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money at Prize Picks. But you can't get the billions in awarded winnings that they've already handed out unless you have the app on your phone and you've used the code TRAV, right? Put the Prize Picks app on your phone, use the promo code TRAV, T-R-A-V, and you will get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. So you sign up, you play a $5 lineup, bang, $50 when you use that promo code TRAV. It's fun, and it is super simple. You just pick more or pick less. It is that easy with Prize Picks. Give it a shot during All-Star Weekend with the NBA. Prize Picks, run your game.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
Who is the most annoying coworker when it comes to gossip?
Gossip.
Morales. He uses gossip as a weapon.
He does.
Yeah.
As a weapon.
Wow. He does.
Who is the most annoying coworker when it comes to being a complainer?
Complaining at work about stuff.
Cappy, he complains about his weight all the time.
Lindsay complains a lot.
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
Who is the most annoying coworker when it comes to the habit of being a credit stealer?
Oh, that's me. Yeah, I want credit for everything.
Yeah.
And if I had nothing to do with it, I still believe I had something to do with it. So, yeah, that's me.
And the most annoying for coworkers is being an over-talker.
That's me.
Well, we're in the business of talking.
But
No, I never shut up.
Yeah,
That's
never.
gotta be
What about a most annoying coworker when it comes to falling asleep?
Man. Oh.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
One of LA's best kept secrets in the heart of Los Angeles, East Central Hotel offers effortless accommodations and unparalleled accessibility. The East Central Hotel is for everyone looking for entertainment with their trendy, spacious rooms, a renovated gym, and a patio lounge for breakfast, dinner, and drinks. Stop by their incredible Nixo Lounge before your next event at LA Live. Book your stay at eastcentralhotel.com or call 213-748-1291 today at Entertainment's official address.
Next Gen is the official AC, heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Is your heating and AC system ready to power through the season? From quick tune-ups to full replacements, Next Gen has you covered. For a limited time, ESPN LA listeners can get a heating and AC tune-up for just $88. That's right. Stay in the game all season with an $88 heating and AC tune-up from Next Gen. Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN today.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXT-GEN.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs, with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey. There we
when
go.
does the next Laker game start? And I know it's tomorrow night.
Oh.
But I loved every second of that last night.
Fun.
It was so fun.
He is so entertaining.
He does.
Maybe it's LeBron AD wasn't aesthetically pleasing?
It wasn't. I don't care what anybody says. And I don't know if it's aesthetics. It's let's use the word my daughter uses all the time. It's vibes. It's vibes. The AD LeBron vibes weren't good. And now I'm not talking about the two of them, their relationship.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Laker era of the LeBron AD era. The vibes were never fun. They were heavy. They were serious. They were stale. They were boring.
Yeah.
Luka came in and the vibes went to let's go. Lightness, bright,
True.
fun, fresh, fast, future.
He's the reason I used to watch Maverick games.
Yeah.
When the Lakers weren't playing them. It's because he's fun to watch.
He passes,
and
he shoots, he plays hard.
Yes.
He's creative.
No looks and whatever. You better be ready, man. I told you my Magic story, right?
Hit me again.
Playing pickup basketball with Magic.
Yeah,
at the Sports Club LA.
Yeah.
He looked right, so I looked right. No look pass. Magic, no, you got to look at me. Same with Luka. You got to get ready for this stuff. The guy will find you.
He threw a couple of passes last night. He threw some bad ones, too. Like last night was more about what it might be than what it actually was. He was okay, but he shot poorly. I think he was 1 of 7 from the three-point line. He had a couple of bad passes. He missed a bunch of shots. Like it was.
He hadn't played since Christmas.
Yeah,
Come on.
exactly. It was much more just rust and I'm sure he said it. There were nerves and new teammates. It's going to take a minute, but there was enough really good stuff to make you. Oh man,
it could happen as soon as Wednesday.
Yeah,
I get it now. I know where you're going to be. This is how I do it. We can all function
you know
better.
What else they did last night too, which I liked. Look, Utah stinks. Utah's got the second worst record in the Western Conference. They're a bad team.
Yeah,
they killed them.
crushed them.
Like that game was
Not even
over
close.
by the end of the first quarter. You're like, this is a wrap. And that good
How
teams,
you should treat bad basketball teams.
Good teams kill bad teams.
Yes.
And that's what the Lakers for the last several early in the season when you and I would argue about this.
Yeah.
I'm like, can they beat the Celtics? Yeah. Can they lose to the Hornets?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like there was no rhyme or reason to which version of that team would show up. And right now, for the last 2-3 weeks, they've just been killing guys.
It wasn't too long ago that this Laker group, not this one, but the previous one, lost to the Mavericks when they didn't have Luka and Kyrie.
Right.
Remember those days?
Right.
I
Lost
think
to Philly.
Those days might be over now.
Philly stinks.
Yes.
And they lost to Philly.
And they lost to Philly.
Yeah.
I think you'll take care of the ones you should take care of, and you have a better shot against the better basketball teams. And I keep thinking this, man. This could be the start of a run of Luka and LeBron.
It could be.
This guy's a Martian. He's not done playing basketball.
No, I think it bought him as much time as he wants it to have bought him.
Yes.
If he decides this gives me, hey, and if he said in his mind, in the back of his mind, he says, I'm going to play next year and that's it. Now all of a sudden, I bet you whatever that end date was, it's not the same end date anymore.
No.
Because Luka changed the timeline completely. And by
I
the way,
would want to hang in there with him as long as I could. This is going to be
I don't
fun.
have to do all the work every night.
Yes.
I can do most of the work most of the time, or some of the work some of the time, but the Lakers for the last 5 years where LeBron take us to the promised land. AD is a great player, but it was always going to go through LeBron.
How many championships do you think Luka wins if they do it right here?
Couple or three?
Couple
Two
or
or
three. And I wonder how many LeBron can keep his name in.
Couple.
And then
look. If you said to me, gun to the head, are the Lakers going to win the title this year? No, they're not.
But they could.
But
you never
they
know.
Could, and it's not super far fetched. It just would have to be a really hard.
And they make the right moves in the summer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you told me, do the Lakers win a title in the next 3 or 4 years? Yeah, I think they do.
1 or 2 more with Luka if you're LeBron. That's what I'd be thinking. I may be able to get 1 or 2 championships with this guy before I have to retire.
With that in mind,
yeah,
Matthew Stafford comes over as the guy that, okay, you're here to get us over the top. Done. Boom. Year 1.
Yes.
Title. Ohtani comes over to a team that has been more well known for not winning.
I see where you're going.
Not winning titles than anything else.
Yeah.
Comes over year 1. Done. Boom. Punch the ticket.
We can't expect that of Luka.
Just asking.
He just got here. This is different.
Stafford just got here. Ohtani just got here.
But
year 1.
Stafford had a lot of help too. And there were some good players here.
LeBron James is on his team.
I know.
Austin Reeves is on his team.
There were a lot more than just Aaron Donald here.
I'm not
when
saying
Stafford got
I'm
here.
not saying that he didn't have a good team around him.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the Dodgers didn't have good players before Ohtani got here.
Right.
What I'm saying is Matthew Stafford came up and they won the first year.
So that's the standard
What
we're
I'm
holding
saying
Luka
is
to?
that
I like
Shohei
it.
Ohtani showed up and won in the first year.
I'm right there with you.
Now,
Let's demand it.
There are other examples. Kawhi Leonard showed up. It still hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Albert Pujols showed up in Anaheim. It never happened. There are other guys. And by the way, Anthony Davis showed up. Year 1.
Championship.
Bang.
Yes.
Championship. Like, there's a precedent.
I see you. I might give him a pass, though, for this year.
The difference is that he came midseason.
If the trade wasn't rescinded, then I'm with you. That changed a little bit for me.
Who's going to beat him in the West? I think there's one team in the West.
The Thunder.
I don't know. That doesn't scare me at all.
I mean, they should. You respect them, don't you?
No, they're really good.
Yeah,
I think
they can beat you.
I think the Lakers match up pretty well against them.
Denver.
Denver's the one because of Jokic, because Murray always seems to go to another level in the playoffs, especially against the Lakers.
Yeah.
That's a little scary. They're experienced. They're not going to rattle.
Might be different now with Luka out there. Might be different
Luka kills OKC.
Might be different.
He terrorizes OKC.
No.
The Lakers
What
have
about Denver?
No, but I'm saying is that's why OKC doesn't scare me as much. The Lakers, oddly enough, play OKC pretty well.
Yeah.
That's not a bad matchup for them, even prior to this deal. Luka has always torched them.
I said this the other day. Denver is a lot less daunting than it was before.
It's
different now.
The most daunting to me.
Yes.
Like Houston doesn't scare me. Memphis doesn't scare me. Quite frankly, Oklahoma City, while really good, best team in the conference, they're not. We can't beat those guys.
I think you can outshoot them now. With Luka.
Denver's that.
Yeah. That's the other thing, another internet rumor thing, that someday that Luka may want to go play with Jokic. That's the other part.
I don't want to see that.
Me either. No one wants to see that.
I don't want to see
No
that.
one in LA wants to see that.
Jokic is the weirdo, though, and I mean that as a compliment, where he could just go, you know what? I want another one. He's already won 2 or 3 MVPs.
And be done?
And just be like, I'm going back to Serbia and ride horses.
I love those too. He's bored with basketball.
Yeah. This is cool and all, but this isn't home for me, and I've done everything there is to do here.
Yeah.
See ya.
He looks far more happier on his... Yes.
Tell me you would not be knock you over with a feather surprise if he just pieced out at the end of a season.
I wouldn't be shocked at all. If he just showed up one day, he's gone. Yeah.
If Giannis said, oh, by the way, I quit, we'd be like, what?
Right.
No.
But not him.
Not him.
If he wanted to go ride horses, I would not be surprised.
I was also seeing on some, again, NBA Twitter, so let's take this with a grain of salt, but put out there by a reporter, but just that the Mavericks have tried the Bucks before they had tried the Lakers. They had tried the Giannis before they had tried
Luka?
AD.
No, Giannis going back to Dallas for Luka.
Oh, Giannis going to Dallas for Luka. Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious.
But, okay, I don't know
that might make it easier in Dallas.
It would. That would be one of those you go, okay.
I'm hurt, but I got Giannis.
But I can
yeah.
This, you know what that smells like?
Yep.
You know exactly what I'm going to say, don't you?
Yep.
What?
Well, I can't sit on the air.
Dallas is trying to cover their what.
That's it. Yeah.
This is we tricked this off so badly.
Yes.
We tried to get Giannis. We tried to get this guy or that guy. We did shop it. It's not as bad as you think. This is the best. I don't buy it for a second.
Yep.
If you were shopping him, it would get out. The only way it doesn't get out is if it's a one-to-one thing.
But if it gets out, it gets to him, and then you got problems.
That's why it has to be a really tight hold.
Yes.
A really tight hold.
I think there's more to this. Like I keep saying, I don't know. I can't prove it, but it's LeBron knew.
And
I'm not discounting it. I don't think so.
But he's in a bad spot because he loves AD. But he also wants to win.
What do you think he likes more?
Winning.
His relationship with Anthony Davis or continuing to build his
legacy?
legacy?
That's what I'm saying. But I can't say it to the man.
What does he have to say it? It's plain as the nose on our faces.
We did the Omer. This is my brother forever.
Right.
It's got to be your fault he was traded, not mine. Right.
Yeah.
But that joy you're playing with Luka already?
He's better. He's better. He's better than everybody. He's better than everybody not named Jokic.
Right.
Stupid.
Before we break, just wanted to let everyone know that the news about Alden Gonzalez, we're reporting that Clayton Kershaw is at the Dodgers facility playing catch. He and the Dodgers have agreed to terms on a new contract per source, though he still has to finish going through his physical. And so we also know about physicals this past week.
Yeah. So they could fail him?
They won't.
It won't.
They could, though?
He'll be with the Dodgers.
They could.
This is a weird conundrum with him, isn't it?
With Kershaw?
With Kershaw.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
It is.
Sentimental. You can't get rid of it.
You
want to take it down to the donation center?
We're going to start with the dump with that. Because you bring up a good... You're close, but I want to stop you one stop short of that.
Okay.
It's close, but it is complicated. That's for sure.
Yeah.
How about this? PGA Tour headed to Torrey Pines this weekend for the 2025 Genesis Invitational. Give us a call right now, 877-710-ESPN to win a 4-pack of general admission tickets to the Genesis. You can join Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, Colin Morikawa, and a whole bunch more for a signature event. You can also get your tickets today at genesisinvitational.com. Call right now. Caller number 7 wins a 4-pack of tickets. It's Travis DeMarco. Dump coming up next, 710 ESPN.
The city of champions just got even brighter.
From Slovenia, Luka Doncic.
Luka's rocking the purple and gold, teaming up with LeBron, the king himself.
Here comes LeBron back the other way. LeBron down the middle. Another three. Good again.
And don't forget about Austin Reeves, ready to shine.
Stolen by Austin Reeves. Reeves to the rim. Slam dunk for a new career high.
Catch all the action, all the passion, all the drama, all the big shots.
Doncic dribbling one-on-one against Walker Kessler. Three-pointer over Kessler. It's good. Luka's first three is a Laker, and the place goes nuts.
Follow the Lake Show all season long as they look to make history. Luka, LeBron, and the Lake Show live here.
But how dangerous can this team be?
Very dangerous.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun? Dive into Chumba Casino, your ultimate destination for free, fun-to-play social casino games. Play slots, bingo, and more whenever and wherever you want. With new games dropping every week, there's always something fresh. Lounge on the sofa or play on the go. Start spinning today for the chance to redeem some sweet prizes. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ TNCs apply.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Now here's an important message from my friend, Jacob and Ronnie.
Wildfires can leave lasting scars on our families, our homes, our communities, and our peace of mind. Navigating the recovery process is hard, but you don't have to do it alone. I'm Jacob Amrani, and my team and I are here to help ensure you're treated fairly and get the resources you need. Call us for a free consultation and let us help you rebuild with confidence.
Call Jacob.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
All right, so you wanted to drive to the donation center, right? Is that the
well,
line you
it's
use?
just an interesting. Like, we never do this in sports, to where there's a guy on your team, regardless of sport, that is past it. We all know he's past it, but he's still on the team.
Okay, I agree with everything but one part of that.
What?
He's not past it yet. He's close, but he's not there. If you're by definition, if you're saying he's past it and that he's unavailable, then he may be past it. But when he pitches, he's still really good. He just doesn't pitch very much anymore.
I guess in totality, if you can't stay healthy, that's part of it.
If your argument is, listen, man, I've got 8 starting pitchers and you are only available about 20% of the time, I can't roll this forward.
Yeah.
But when he pitches, DeMarco, he's still really. We're talking about Clayton Kershaw re-signing with the Dodgers.
The Clayton Kershaw that we know right now.
Yeah.
Forget the past.
Yes.
Just right now, would he still be on the roster?
Yes.
As injured as he's been.
That's the part that's hard to qualify. But put it to you this way.
Without the sentimental value of what he used to be.
Let me see if this answers your question.
Okay.
If Clayton Kershaw were a free agent in the true sense of the word.
Yes.
Like he re-signed with the Dodgers. But had he been open to going to pitch for other teams, there would have been a line of teams to sign him.
Fair.
And not just because of who he was, but because of who he still could possibly be.
Whenever we talk to Dodger people, even in the parade about Clayton Kershaw, as well, you can't get rid of Kershaw. Why?
Yeah.
Because he's Kershaw.
Yeah.
Because he's Kershaw does not compute in the sports world.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you, but it's not. He is not a net zero as a performer. He's still pretty darn good.
Still has value.
He's just unavailable a lot. He's hurt a lot.
It's weird though.
He's in a weird spot because he's one of it's. If it works out, great, wonderful. Like you said, we all love him. He's a Dodger legend. He's one of the great pitchers in the history of baseball, et cetera, et cetera. But if he tries to come back and it doesn't work, it's not going to be like, oh, crap, what do we do now?
Right.
It's going to be, dude, we love you.
It's a luxury.
We love you. Sit in the dugout and,
It's the floor model TV you can't take down to the donation center because it's got sentimental. I ate cereal off that thing. I used to watch Ed McMahon.
The big wooden box?
Yeah, right. There you go. See, I can't get rid of it. My grandfather owned that. Right.
My grandparents had a TV in that fake wood box.
See? Right.
You know what I thought was so cool about it, too?
What?
It had a remote control, not that part, but it had a little slot in the middle of the panel that you would keep the remote in when you weren't using it.
A little remote control
like a little
holder?
garage for the remote control.
Oh, see, that's worth keeping right there.
That is so cool.
Yes.
That is so cool. The Saints are hiring Kellen Moore to be the franchise's next head coach.
Interesting.
That's it. all the vacancies are filled. Here's who's got hired in this cycle. Mike Vrabel in New England. Chicago hired Ben Johnson. The Jets hired Aaron Glenn. The Jags hired Liam Cohen. The Raiders got Pete Carroll. Cowboys signed Brian Schottenheimer. And the Saints are the last one standing. Kellen Moore is their new head coach.
Of that list, which one stands out the most?
Pete Carroll.
Or Vrabel.
Brian Schottenheimer.
Oh, you for the bad? Oh,
yeah.
Stands out in a bad way.
Right.
Oh, okay, yes.
One of these ain't like the others.
Yes.
Like
No,
unreal.
yeah.
Okay.
If you put it to you this way,
Yeah.
if you were saying how many is that? That's 8 teams. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 7 teams. 7 teams. If we're drafting and I got to fill my vacancy, Brian Schottenheimer's the 7th pick. He's the last
no
one there.
doubt. You're the 7th rounder. That's
Yeah.
just odd, but that speaks to where the Cowboys are.
Vrabel.
Who else did they hire as their OC? There was another shock hire by the Cowboys. I can't remember who it was.
I
It was
saw
a guy that's
Brandon Staley's name pop up somewhere.
DC.
Is it DC?
Brandon Staley, DC for the
Saints?
Yeah.
Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the screen.
But the Cowboys hired a guy that's been fired like 3 or 4 times for being inept. It just came up again. Like, what, Jerry? What are you doing?
He's being Jerry, dude.
I guess so.
He's being
Yeah.
Jerry.
Wow.
Like just leopard spots, whatever that adage
Yeah.
is.
I thought it was Tommy Boy.
Apparently, so the Cowboys recently hired Clayton Adams to serve as their team's new offensive coordinator.
Not him. There's another guy. It'll
I don't
come
know.
up again.
That's what I
Okay.
saw.
Yeah. Okay.
As mentioned, Brandon Staley, who spent last season in San Francisco, he is a leading candidate to become the DC in New Orleans. And did a good
I
job
can
as a
see
DC
that.
on the Rams.
I can see. You know, that's the one coach I never really met because it was COVID.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So when I was in the stadium at the same time, there was no one else there, and I was
Yeah.
in the stands.
Yeah.
So I never really got to meet him. So just from afar,
How
the
weird
guy
is
is
that?
detail oriented. It was weird, man. Strange.
Because when they started the NFL season, some stadiums had some people in it.
Yeah.
Nothing was really at full capacity, but then there were others like SoFi had nobody in it.
Nobody.
That was, on TV, while weird, it wasn't that weird.
Oh my God, I got in trouble. I forgot all about this during that year. This is when we all had to wear masks.
Sure.
And the stadiums had just opened. So apparently I'm doing my job with the microphone right behind the team. I'm 25 feet. So I took the mask down. Well, Goodell was right behind me. So every time they showed him, there's me with no mask.
Oh, no.
So NFL security would come down. Look,
Put your mask on.
If you don't put your mask on, we're going to escort you out of the building. I'm like, oh, really?
No, put the mask on.
Put the mask on.
Yeah.
Right.
So, quite a time.
Oh my God, it was crazy. Yeah.
Quite a time. Happy birthday to the following. Jennifer Aniston. Happy 55th birthday to her.
Hey, there's a movie.
Indeed.
There's a movie for you, Jennifer Aniston. It was Good Girl. Have you seen that with John C. Reilly?
I don't think I have.
She'd like it, I think.
Do you know that one?
I'm not sure. I think you might like this
I
one.
never heard of it.
Yeah.
It's called The Good Girl. And
See
it's,
how she said that?
Yeah, but
I've
it's
never
it's
heard
Oh,
not
I'm
a,
just busy, but yeah, sure.
it's not like a comedy, and she played against type.
Was that where she's like a clerk in a store?
Yes.
I did see that.
Yes, the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on Hulu currently. Actually, the better look at this, I probably would like this.
It's
I like
good.
John C. Reilly.
Kind
Yeah.
of one of those. This is kind of depressing a little bit.
Kinda.
Yeah.
It's
That's
weird.
up my alley.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's really good. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you might like it. Yeah.
Well, it's got Jennifer Aniston. We're off to a good start.
Yeah.
And a young Jennifer Aniston, as it looks like. It looks like a late 90s, early 2000s.
It's an older movie. I like. It's really good. Tim
Young,
Blake Nelson.
Old now. 10
Okay,
years ago.
who's your favorite Jennifer?
Connelly.
Lawrence. Aniston.
Garner is probably number
Coolidge.
2.
Garner.
Jenna Fisher's probably number 3.
Did you see Elektra?
No. Oh no, but I
Jennifer
saw
Garner.
Alias.
Also cool.
Did you know
Yes.
that Jenna Fisher was almost an Alias?
I did know that.
Yeah, it was
I
like
did know that.
casting.
Yep, the sliding doors
Yeah.
moment. Yeah, there's a lot of that's the age group, right? The Jennifer. How many girls in your high school named Jennifer? 30?
In my junior high,
Yeah.
half of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Heather-
count Jenna's too. Jenna's are basically Jennifer.
Heather's, Jennifer's were everything.
Stacy's.
A lot of
They
Stacy's.
even wrote a
was.
movie about the Heathers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Happy birthday to Thomas Edison.
No way.
Yep.
All
Yep.
right.
Thomas Edison shares a birthday with Burt Reynolds.
No way.
Favorite Burt Reynolds movie?
Smokey. Come
Okay.
on, man.
Have your Burt Reynolds
Except
moment?
Sally Field is breaking my heart.
Sally Field's tremendous.
No, she's breaking my. Don't tell me about the bad Burt. I don't want to hear about the bad Burt. He's still Smokey.
What about Boogie Nights?
Always good.
Yeah.
Jack Horner.
Jack
right?
Horner.
Jack Horner. Always good.
Yeah.
Yes. Another one that just blew me away.
Yeah,
yes.
he hated that movie.
Burt Reynolds hated Boogie Nights? He was so good.
I know, and he thought like this is going to be the end of my career. All that stuff.
Oh no, so good.
Well, you know what I think of when I think of Burt Reynolds? Celebrity Jeopardy.
Oh yeah. With Norm Macdonald.
Yes,
as
that
Burt
was at
Reynolds.
the end.
Well, no, Norm Macdonald did an impression of Burt Reynolds
really?
On SNL.
Pretty hilarious.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty hilarious.
Okay.
Brandy, Taylor Lautner, and Kelly Rowland also have birthdays today.
Brandy Taylor Lautner. I thought that was one name. Brandy Taylor Lautner.
Well, Brandy.
So you said Brandy and Taylor Lautner.
Taylor Lautner.
Right.
The singer.
Yes.
I know her from the Cinderella, the Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella, where she was Cinderella.
Yes.
Whitney Houston was her godmother.
Correct. Brandy was really hot
Correct
in the 90s.
me if I'm wrong here.
Moesha.
She? Okay, then I'm right. She was the one that Kobe Bryant took to his senior prom in high school.
Correctamundo. Yeah. Yes, that was Brandy.
Dating famous people in high school.
Of course, come on.
And then Taylor Lautner is the reason why I watched SNL for the first time, because he was dating Taylor Swift at the time.
Very dreamy.
And he was the host of the show, and I wanted to watch it, and then got me hooked. And then he was the wolf in Twilight.
Yeah, it was Team Wolf, Team Vampire, the whole nine. I don't know.
Oh, yes.
Team Wolf
I
and
thought you
Team
said
Vampire.
Teen Wolf like Michael J. Fox.
And guess what, though? Taylor Lautner married someone else, also named Taylor.
Who?
I
Famous
can't remember her
person?
last name,
Oh,
but
okay.
they're also both Taylor Lautner.
Mr. and Mrs. Taylor Lautner.
I've got
Literally.
one for you here,
Yeah.
and we can talk a little bit about this before we go to Super Crosstalk. Today, in 1990, was the day Buster Douglas knocked out Mike Tyson.
Never forget it.
Me neither.
Never forget it.
Me
Yep.
neither.
Unbelievable.
It was. I'm trying to think.
Nothing.
It would be the equivalent. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think we have a fighter that's as famous as Mike right now. So you got to go somewhere else.
I think that it shattered that. There is none of that.
You know
anymore.
what it would be? It would be the Oakland A's winning the World Series. Just like, wait, what's happening?
But that's worst to first.
Yeah, but
a juggernaut losing. It would be like the Dodgers taking it on the chin to the A's.
To the A's
yeah.
in the World Series.
That's what it would be.
Yeah, like
yeah.
this is a joke. What are we doing here? This why is this fight even happening?
And you get swept. Right.
And
right.
and Tyson got his butt whooped.
Shocking. Couldn't believe it. Still can't. Next to that was for a different reason. Was Ronda Rousey getting knocked out?
Yeah, I don't know that sport, so I can't speak to that really. Was that on that level?
She was untouchable, and
Okay.
then she got knocked cold. Not to the same degree as Mike
Yeah.
Tyson, but like shock. Wow, I can't believe that just happened.
We were watching that. I was a freshman in college. We were in Sacramento.
Yes.
And we were playing in a tournament. We were playing Cal the next day. I remember this vividly. And one of my teammates, John Giannoulias, grew up in Sacramento, and we all went over to his folks' house to watch this fight.
Yes.
And we're watching it, and all 20 of us or whatever, we're having a great time watching this fight. And all of a sudden, Buster starts to whip him. And you're
Yeah.
like, this is weird, man. And remember, Mike knocked Buster down in that fight.
Yes,
and
the
you're like,
long count.
Right, and
Yes.
you're like, okay, here
That's
we go.
it.
That's it.
Right.
Buster got up and started whipping him again.
Yes. To that point, Mike Tyson hadn't been backed up yet.
No.
Yeah, I know.
And he just chopped him up.
You should watch the Mike Tyson movies, especially when it comes to that fight. No, when they tell you what Mike was doing before the fight.
I've heard that.
Yes.
I've heard
yeah,
that.
he was doing everything
by the
but
way,
fighting.
I believe it.
Marco, were you talking about that Ken Dorsey? Is that who you're trying
Ken
to think?
Dorsey, yes.
So pass game specialist for the Cowboys.
Thank you. Ken Dorsey
And,
has been fired by
thanks-
everybody, and Dallas hires him.
Thanks, Robert Wilkins, for saving us on that one.
Thank you, Mr. Wilkins. Yes.
Jerry's gonna Jerry.
Jerry's gonna Jerry.
Yep.
Unreal.
Yep. I can't wait till the season. They're 4-3 or whatever.
What happens if they win one?
Then
what happens?
Then you know what? Jerry was right, and that's why he hired him. So because there is no other answer.
Right.
The
I know.
answer is I told y'all
Oh,
that
my
I knew
God.
something in Brian Schottenhammer that the rest of you guys never were able to
See?
see.
That's gonna be a press conference.
And Jerry, and we're gonna go. I guess he's right. But if it fails, Jerry's like, well, you know, I'm going in there and I'm trying the hardest. It's like he's going to be right.
He's got to be sick. The Eagles have just won the championship. He's got to be sick.
Sean
Yeah.
McVay got introduced as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys and they win a title. What's the headline?
Jerry hired McVay.
No, Sean McVay saves Cowboys.
Oh, well, in Jerry's headline,
No,
I hired him.
Yeah, no,
it was me.
That's on page 7. The headline
I
is
told him to call that.
McVay saves Cowboys.
And Jerry has a conniption
in
fit.
building. Super Crosstalk coming up next.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Tonight, the black and gold return to BMO Stadium. LAFC take on Mexican powerhouse Club America in a preseason friendly.
This last huge friendly game that we are so excited to go to BMO with our people.
It's the return of an old friend, Brian Rodriguez, as he leads his club into downtown LA. Los Angeles Football Club versus Club America. Pre-game coverage begins tonight at 7 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Hey, it's Steve Farr. Is there a sporting event you always wanted to go to but never had time to plan? That's where Absolute Sport comes in. They handle everything, tickets, hotels, VIP access, so you can just live in the moment and enjoy the experience. And because of their trusted league and travel partnerships, they can get you the best deals and actually save you money. So what are you waiting for? Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your sports dream a reality.
Hey, everybody, excited to have with me in studio the one and only Dr. Monica Madden from Beverly Hills Ortho. Hi, Dr. Madden.
Hi, thanks for having me. This is exciting.
All right, let's get to why we want everybody to listen carefully, because you have a special offer for ESPN LA listeners. Tell me about it.
We're really happy to be part of the ESPN LA family and so grateful for everyone listening right now. We are giving the first 5 people who register now and every time this airs $1,000 off Invisalign or braces treatment. Just go to BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and enter the code SMILE and you're on your way.
So enter the code SMILE at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and I could get $1,000 off Invisalign?
Yes, absolutely.
And what if I wanted to just call the office? Can I get the offer that way?
Yes, absolutely. Just say SMILE and you heard it on ESPN.
877-7 Let's do this.
Yes.
Or, Monica, as I like to say, BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Mace, I would just like to remind you that we're on the radio, so no profanities today,
By the way,
please.
it happened a little bit later on in the show,
really?
too. I was just loose.
The same 2 words?
Yeah. No, definitely. No, there are many foul things that I say. But,
more than George Carlin's 7 dirty words.
Yeah, that was actually, I don't even think that was on his list.
I don't think it was. George Momo.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
She's out toughing you down as Haslam on TV. That was funny.
She's in the gym.
What do you mean I'm out
toughing him?
Yeah.
I've never seen a trade like this happen or a trade be rescinded. And right after that, she said it happened like in 2011.
Yeah. I remember standing in the parking lot when the Chris Paul trade got undone. And Lamar Odom showed up and was like, trade me. Like to Dallas, and that's when and Pau Gasol was never the same. Like, do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I saw Dalton Knecht last night.
Yeah,
in the hallway.
I saw him, and
we had a little chat.
Was he a little emo about the whole thing?
Little emo.
Yeah.
The word I would use is glum.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Glum.
That's weird, man.
Glum?
No. To be told, hey, we're moving on. And that's life in the league.
And
go all the way to Charlotte.
All the way
change
there.
it in your head, too. Like, here's what I'm going to be doing there as opposed to what I'm doing
and
here.
you're thinking, like, they don't want me? Or
they didn't want him.
They didn't want me. You want to trade me. Now I'm back. What?
Not that they
I
didn't
wouldn't
want him.
say
They
wanted
preferred the
somebody
other
more.
player.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. I did most of the talking. He obviously was afraid to talk to anybody, right? Like, did not want to be, like, having any conversation with the media. And I wasn't going to push him right then.
Yeah.
You know, he's a rookie and all that. But my general, I told him the story. I go, listen, this happens in the league. And Lamar Odom was kind of never the same player after that. Pau Gasol, his relationship with the Lakers was never the same after that. But you're 23. Like, you don't have to make that your story.
Right.
Like, you don't.
The circumstances are also a little bit
I
different.
agree,
That
totally
trade was
different.
vetoed because of competitive
The league-
balance, complaining by small town owners.
And
small town owners, I'm
Small
calling
town
them,
owners.
small market
Wait,
owners.
that trade was blown up because of
Yes,
what?
that was
David
David
Stern
Stern blew
just
it
pulled
up
the plug on
because
it.
all
the Lamar
all
Odom
those-
trade. Okay,
yeah,
my
all
bad.
of that
Yeah,
with
But also,
Chris
like,
Paul.
I was thinking about Dalton Knecht, and I go, okay, as much as that doesn't feel good, like, have you ever heard? Just think about, you know, if you ever thought if your name was on a chopping block someplace, like, were they about to trade you, or cut you, or something like that, and then you survive, right? I mean, I think it's probably like that, where you think
that
like the fact
situation
that
you just described.
Yeah.
I've been in it.
Really?
and it's.
It sucks.
Not great, but you also survive,
Yeah.
and you realize, all right, go back to work, get this done,
Yeah.
and also get your ducks in a row in case
Yeah.
you're in
Yeah.
case you're on the block again the next
Yeah.
time. But it's a really sobering moment
Yeah.
about how transactional all this can be. I think one of the differences to the connect part to Powell and
Yeah.
Lamar and these other people that you're mentioning is those other guys were stars. He's
Yes.
not.
they also had won championships.
Right. He is a role player in his first year in
Yeah.
the league. This is a little bit different as opposed to being told, I'm a star player
Also,
and I want you to
guess
go.
what? You still get to be on the Lakers.
Yeah.
right.
And live in Los
God
Angeles.
only knows where they're headed.
Right.
Right.
And then,
Yeah.
like, I look at him and I go, okay, it'd be one thing if this guy had been a 5-star, you know, one and done player in college and, like, it has never had anything really bad happen to him in his career. This guy had to claw his way through college, opportunities. He's a 23-year-old rookie. Like, he was at a junior college and he transferred a couple times just to climb the ladder. Like, come on. He's been through some stuff. He
be
has
all right.
felt unwanted
yeah.
before.
Yeah.
He'll be all
You
right
know?
or he won't.
And
you
by the
know,
way,
there's
right.
only
Only one
would've-
way to respond.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He would have gone to Charlotte and scored 18, 20 points a
might
game.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can score on a really bad team.
Yeah, exactly.
But now he's got a chance to play with two of the greatest players
Yeah.
in
He's gonna
the
Play for
world.
the Lakers, and
open
you have a
shots he's
chance to
gonna
do
get?
what
Yeah.
this year? Yeah, you have a chance to do what this
I
year?
don't know, 32 and 19, they got a chance to go a ways.
They look so good.
They
Yeah.
look great.
So
What did you think
good.
watching LeBron and Luka for that short time they were out there?
I thought that Luka looked like he hadn't played in a month. Over a month.
Yeah.
Like, he looked like winded and tired. And I think that must have sucked for him because, like, everything he heard out of Dallas was like out of shape, fat,
hasn't
whatever.
played since
But I was
Christmas.
like, he hasn't played since Christmas.
Yeah.
It's kind of and like
Yeah.
calf injuries, those are not that easy
Yeah.
to come back from. Like, it's not like you can train while
But
you're
what
out.
about the possibilities of seeing those two
And
on the floor doing their
I
thing?
thought it's going to be a really interesting puzzle to solve because they're very similar. Like
They
they occupy a lot of the same space and they play the same way and like I think they'll stagger their minutes a lot. I think they'll play at different speeds, you know, like because both of them kind of want to play slow, but the Lakers want to play fast. I think defensively, he's going to have to get with the program in terms of because the Lakers have been amazing defensively.
Yeah,
How do you think he's
five
gonna-
guys on a string without even Anthony Davis
it's
out
crazy. How do you guys think that he's going to, he being LeBron, to, I like how you said it, DeMarco, you're in the passenger seat. Not every night, but this clearly is the dynamic change. The second Luka got traded to the Lakers, it's like Luka's everything. He's the present, he's the future,
Yeah.
he's all of it. LeBron has never been
Grandpa.
clearly in the passenger
Right.
seat until now.
He's like emeritus. He's like the
and it might extend his career.
That's the thing. It might extend his
And
career.
it might be something that he's willing
To
and
what?
capable to do.
He's not going to play till he's 50, right? Everybody stops. No,
he ain't slowing down right
No,
now.
he's pretty
my
damn
God.
good.
Pretty damn good.
You want to bet your life on that?
No.
You know
not at
that-
all.
that's what I'm
Especially
saying.
with Luka now.
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. You may get 10 years out of this
Well,
guy.
okay. Wait, let me hold on. Hold
co-pilot?
on. I got a little cold water.
Okay,
Hold on.
Because they're definitely not going to pay him $50 million when he's 50 years old.
But the
Well,
role of,
50 for 50.
the role of co-pilot.
Yeah.
Will he accept?
Well,
like,
think about it.
thrive?
That was always the idea. Is LeBron's going to
But it
pass
never-
the keys to Anthony Davis. Now he's got somebody to actually pass the
There's
keys.
a
They're not,
difference,
but it's
though.
not a passing. They were on the table, and
So-
Luka picked them up.
Okay. There was Kevin Love has become like one of my favorite follows on social media.
Yeah, what did he say?
Okay.
He said something.
I know. I
Feelings
got it
hurt or something.
No,
like
no.
that?
He said like
Feelings
run it back.
hurt?
Okay, so he had this an amazing callback. So the big story yesterday was they had this audio of LeBron where he says,
"Don't fit in, fit out."
Right, and there were some
Like
F words in between.
Sure.
Right, and then Kevin Love does a callback. Okay, so he does the first one is Luka, be yourself, don't fit in, fit the F out. Okay.
Yep.
And then call back to February 15th, February 7th, February 2015. Okay. So this is when they're together in
10 years ago.
Right. 10
in
years
Cleveland.
ago in Cleveland, okay? This is a LeBron tweet, a subtweet directed at Kevin Love. Do you remember this?
Yep.
Vaguely.
Stop trying to find a way to fit out and just fit in. Be a part of something special, just my thoughts.
Kevin Love and Luka are different players, though, right? They're different players. Kevin Love has to fit in.
Kevin
Luka
Love
fits out.
Kevin
Yeah.
Love's caption
Yeah.
is punching the air right now. Just my thoughts, King
Look,
James.
Kevin Love's going to end up in the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
Kevin
Yeah.
Love will be in the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done.
Yep.
Kevin Love, on his very best day, has
Wait.
never
He's
been
not
as good
Luka.
as
You
Luka
haven't
Doncic.
even heard this. Hashtag 10 years later, still a hater. Hashtag lay hurt my feelings.
Lay hurt my feelings. Oh, man.
Good.
Wow.
But like that's so tremendous. Like Kevin Love was supposed to fit in.
Yeah, yeah.
And LeBron gave him permission to fit out. What?
The internet always has receipts.
Always
Oh.
loves.
Yeah,
Always.
absolutely.
Never
It was
forgets.
so good.
You didn't go last night,
I
did
did.
you? Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Just the energy,
It
the vibe.
was like when he came to warm up.
Yeah.
When he came, I mean, people were just buzzing.
Yes.
And everybody wanted a picture. Everybody wanted to get down there, get a picture, get video, all that stuff. I mean, the 77s on
Yeah.
every shirt. I've not seen that much excitement
Yes,
at crypto.
I agree.
I can't remember the last time.
I can't
When was
either.
the last time it was that buzzy?
Okay,
That's-
even
yes.
during the playoffs, when they went to the Western Conference Finals, I think that was the most buzz, but I still didn't feel that because it was a tense playoff game. This was just a moment.
Yeah.
And literally every time the guy touched the ball or did anything, look at that pass.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at that
I know.
shot.
Yeah,
Oh my
It's
God. You know?
unlimited
Entertaining.
possibilities.
Yeah,
It
there
is-
absolutely
it is
are.
unlimited possibilities, and that's
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
exciting.
Byron Scott said before the, I guess
Yeah.
before the game, I always DVR the pregame and the
Oh,
postgame.
yeah, yeah, that's good.
So I can go back and look. So he said something about having Luka and LeBron on the floor is like having two Magic
Yes,
Johnsons.
that's
on the
what it's
floor.
like.
Wow.
That you've got two creators.
So they only got one ball. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But I'm telling you, last night they always made the big pass to get the better shot. Sometimes they
Almost to the point of
Yeah.
one too many.
Dude,
sometimes.
right. Take the shot, man.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
take the
Yeah.
shot.
I
But
get
they
it.
were getting really open
Unless
shots
you're
last
Jackson
night
Hayes,
because there
give me
was
that.
great ball movement.
Yes.
Yeah,
I almost picked Jackson Hayes on my fantasy team last night.
Yeah.
I
would've
was
been
like,
smart.
oh man, that guy would have been great. And then I looked and I was like, I only had 12 points and 2 rebounds.
And didn't do a lot else. So he's going to get
Yeah.
a lot
Run
of
the
lobs,
floor,
though.
catch
Yeah.
the lob, and dunk it. Yeah.
It's going to
When
be like
does-
6 for 6 every game.
6 for
Yeah.
6, exactly.
You said it. 5 guys on a string. They've looked tremendous defensively
Yeah.
for the better part of 2 or 3 weeks now. But if just the conventional wisdom of they're not big enough, and LeBron is 40 years old.
Yeah.
Luka's not the best defender in the world. When do we start to see it? When is the results of them being a quote bad defensive
Well,
team?
it's not
going to
be in Utah tomorrow night because Utah is bad. But the
How the mighty
schedule
have fallen.
gets tougher after the All-Star break, and that's when
wait.
we're really going to find out.
Cannot wait. Super Crosstalks brought to you by In-N-Out. In-N-Out. That's what